Hello folks, let's get the mic on. Camera look okay, light looks okay, yeah, looks pretty good. Let's go and let's get this started here. We're gonna come here. I want to keep an eye on this today. See if we get anything acting up over here. Let me check one thing.
We got a host. Welcome, everyone.
Dude, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the host, sir. Thanks not all the host, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Hold on, let me brush this old beard out. Gotta look somewhat presentable when you're on that screen, right? Alright. So, today, we're going to draw I think we're going to draw like a scene. Let me get this out. Yep. Go. Nice. So, let's open up this. Where is that freaking... That was last time we did that. We completed that. Okay, so we're not going to do that this time. Let's go with... Oh, let me think about this for a minute, because I want to draw something fun and cute. I have an idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to draw something a little different today. I kind of have this idea, and I want to see how we can run with it. So let's start with... That monitor moved, didn't it? Well, of course it moved. I moved it, but a little too far that way. Okay, that's better. Well, let's start it like... And I think we're going to do some weird colors for this. I don't want to do your standard sort of colors. Let's do like maybe a... Let's do something like this, I think. And then what we'll do is I want to do something fun. How are we going to do this? We're going to make 3 distinct shapes. And we're going to cut them off like this. So we're going to put one sort of here. I think we'll do a smaller version of said shape here, and then another smaller version of said shape here. But actually, I want it to be like this, because it'll just be the 2 of them. So I think we'll do something like this. Yep, cool. So we'll make this one slightly darker. Not too much. Something like that, I'm thinking. And we'll shorten it a bit. Perfect. Okay. So we'll probably end up shortening both of these. But for now, what we're going to do... Get a drink. I want to make this look like a spooky kind of forest. We're going to try to make this cute. So let's do a... We might animate this as well. I don't know. But what I want to do is... I want to put like a little glow on this. So let's go with a little mouth like this. We'll start building these out. I'm not quite sure. This is going to be sort of a trial run until we get it where we want it. No. That coffee's going to be in my way, isn't it? Right there. Yeah. So we're going to take this guy, cut it, put it in here. And same thing, we'll just copy it over. So we'll kind of go like this. That way we have the 2 of them there like this. Cool. Now we'll put a little mouth in here. This is going to help sell the side perspective that we're sort of shooting for here. But then this can just sort of move in this situation. Let's go with, for eyes, I think we'll do these. She's obviously having fun with it, where I think Mom is not having fun with the spooky stories. We'll see. So let's resize this one down. And then we'll grab this one over. Let's do more like this. Perfect. Now we could, if we wanted to, drag up, and then we could, but then that's getting into like traditional characters, which is what I want to sort of stay away from on this. I don't want to do that with this.
Welcome, everyone.
I don't think I want to do that with this. I think we're just going to keep this fun and light right here. I have an idea. Hey, Luke, how you doing? Thank you for the host. How's it going? We're doing something different this morning, obviously, but I've got a different idea. I want to try to do like sort of a perspective-based drawing of... So my wife and daughter are camping this weekend, and so I want to put a picture, like a fun sort of picture of my daughter laughing at the spooky stories in the woods and my wife not laughing, because my wife is not a big fan of scary. But I want to do it... I know it doesn't make sense yet, because we don't have any of the elements yet, but hopefully it'll make sense up here. You're good. Good to hear it. Alright, let's... So I had some free time this morning, and I figured I'd go ahead and go live and do a little stream. I don't normally stream on Saturdays, and I know this is super early, but I felt like, why not? And I might do another iteration of this one, because I actually have 2 ideas for this picture, so I'm not sure how I want to handle that yet, so we'll go there with it for now. Okay, let's just roll with this. I'm not really thinking right now, I'm just sort of drawing, you know? So, that's what this is going to be. Just sort of a, let's create. Sometimes that's my best stuff, when I don't really think about it and I just draw. I think sometimes I overthink things, like when it comes to, you know, design and principles and things like that. Right. Yeah. I'm just going to make shape, we're going to see where it goes, and hopefully we get something awesome. So for the hair, let's do it, we'll copy this shape, we'll paste it on top, we'll get rid of you, we'll go with a yellow for now, because she does have blonde hair. Now, a trick I like to do, I was talking about this one night, is I like to turn on opacity, because opacity sort of lets you see where the shape is going to end, right? So then we'll come in, cut those 2 off, resize it, see right here, and what we'll do is, that's kind of a neat look in itself, but that's not what we want, obviously. I think we'll go here with it, and then what we'll do is we're going to work with points on this one. We're just going to take some of these points. I'm almost thinking, what are those toys called that we used to play? I know I played with when I was a kid. They were the little round things, the little with the hole in the bottom, and they sort of like, you would stick them onto like cars and things like that. You know what I'm talking about? The name escapes me. We want it here. Yeah, that's sort of the idea I'm going with here. Thought it'd be kind of a cute picture. Because they're going to be at camp all weekend. And I told my daughter, because she knows my wife doesn't like scary stories, I told her, I said, you got to come up with some scary stories for Mom. And, you know, of course, Mom's like, So, it's going to be interesting to see if any scary stories were told. Let's go. I want to try to make an ear, but I don't want to just discolor it. Like, I don't want to just do this. You know what I mean? I would like to, let's do it like this. What if I take it down like this and back one. How does that look with that shadow sort of to the side? I think it kind of gives the look I'm going for, right? Because then I was going to do something like this. I was going to drop this here. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to group it. Yeah, in a way, you know? I think what we'll do is we'll do like a little purple earring here. Like low on the ear, sort of like that. I don't know. I don't like it. And that's a-okay. Alright, let's you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna jump to the mom real quick. Just to sort of shift gears. And I do that a lot when I'm drawing, because sometimes like my brain will get to the point where it's sort of done with something for a minute. And so I'll shift gears for a little bit, work on something else, and then for mom we'll take the same eyes. We're gonna cut this into this, that way this is one shape. You see that? Good. We'll take the same eyes.
We got a host.
I think we'll do
Welcome,
something
everyone.
like this. Pepster, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. Thank you for that auto host. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, if you're not following Pepster, please do. Good friend of mine. Lots of fun to hang around with. Plays a lot of games. Alright, so let's go with sort of a more concerned looking. Yeah, let's do something like this. And I've got another idea for a picture today, because I think I'm going to try to stream a somewhat long stream today, you know, depending on the crowd and how everything goes, because I don't have anything to do till about 1 or so. So I think I'm going to try to take advantage of being home alone and get a little bit of a stream in. But we'll see how everything goes, how I feel, if I don't get tired and all that. Alright, so for this, go back over here, and you can see now how I'm going to start jumping around a little bit, right? So we'll do her some little eyebrows like this, and we'll make hers look sort of excited, like this, right? Like they're obviously full of excitement. Okay? And then we'll make mom's look a little more concerned. So we'll take this, and we'll sort of rotate it like this. Yeah, that's the fun part with this kind of art, with making this flat style art, right? Is that it's something that, you know, I think a lot of people, they struggle with how to get those little small details and stuff like that. But, you know, it just takes time and practice, playing around with shapes and learning how things work and trying to figure out, you know, what's best, what isn't, that kind of stuff. And we still might do pupils and stuff in here. I just don't know yet. I think I'm actually going to change her shirt. Her favorite color is like a teal. I think we'll do a darker background. My daughter's favorite color is teal. So I think what we'll do is do a lighter sort of teal shirt for her. And then we're going to make these into gold for now. Yep. And this is going to be in a different design than what I normally draw my characters, but I'm doing it for a reason. Alright. We're going to take this here. Going to grab this and just go lighter. Nice. Okay, so things are starting to take shape a little bit. Cool. And we may change some of the stuff around a little bit. I don't know yet. Alright, so we got that tongue there. And of course she's missing her front teeth. So we're going to leave that just like this to help tell that that's her. Alright, we really need to work on hair. So for my wife, it's going to be sort of a brownish, sort of this color, I think. We'll go a little lighter, actually. think we'll go more like this to help separate it from the eye color. Cool. Alright. Now what we'll do is, the whole reason I'm making them like this is I think it'd be fun to have them sort of the center of the picture like this, sort of huddled together, if you will. Right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fire in front of them. Because I might animate this. I don't know yet. Depending on, you know, how it goes and what it ends up looking like. We may try to animate this guy. So we need to get some hair on these. So let's go with... Got several elements we need to make. For now, we're going to group them in the front and leave them bald. We will come back to those. We're going to move these elements down a bit so they're not quite so large in that front part of the scene. Okay. Now, I want to make this look like outdoorsy. So in order to pull that off, we're going to do some trees and whatnot. So I think we'll just start with some basic tree shapes, send them to the back. And for color, we're just going to sort of make them darker variations of what's here, I think. So we'll kind of go like this. Make this one a little wider. We'll make it look like they're sort of huddled in the woods, or, you know, in something that looks like it could be a wooded area. And we'll add some more detail to these trees. We'll go darker yet with this one. Make it look like it's further in the rear. Yep. Perfect. And then what we can do is we can mess around with opacity and stuff, and we can sort of play with the just the depth and everything. Alright, like that. Cool. And we'll take this, we'll go even further in the back, so we'll go a little darker yet. Or actually, you know what, I think the darkest trees would be closest to them, no? Yeah, because they would get dimmer the further back they go. So these would actually be darker, these would be the middle, and these would be in the rear. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's better. Alright, so this will be... Go right here. We'll make this one here. This guy we'll put there. And we'll put here. We'll go slightly wider. Not too much. And then these will be the back trees. So we'll kind of go like this. We could even go another layer back if we wanted to. We could do, you know, we could do an even lighter tree back there. But I kind of like what we got going there, so I think we'll roll with that. And then, my idea is to have like little eyeballs and stuff, and we might mess with some blurriness and stuff, some Gaussian blur, and see what we can do with this. But it's coming together. So let's go with... Let's start with the fire, I think. And I think the way we'll do the fire... Where should we put the fire? Should it be foreground? Should we move them over like this and maybe put the fire here? Should we put the fire in front of them? Like, what do you think? I kind of like it, right? I kind of like them centered. But then again, that goes off with the rule of thirds, right? So maybe it'd be better if they were like here, and then the fire was here. Like this. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we'll do. We'll do something like this. Okay, cool. I'm digging that. Digging it. Alright. Let me take a minute. That color's not going to work, obviously, this yellow, but we'll figure that. Maybe if we highlight it, it'll show up better. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to grab this color. And let's go with... What do we want the flowers on the trees look like? I think we'll go something like this. Because why not? We'll do like a little round cluster sort of thing. Right? And we'll kind of put that there. And this is no real shape or anything. This is just a random idea, right? We'll do something like that, okay? just because I like the way that looks. And then we'll copy this down here. We'll flip it. And we'll do the same sort of thing. We'll go here with it this time, and then what we'll do is we'll break this up. So we'll move this. Actually, you know what? Make this one smaller. And we'll really change up the shape of it. Because we don't want these to match 100%. If they match too much, it can sort of look lazy, right? Like if these shapes are 100% the same thing, it can just look really, really lazy. So you want to try to avoid that. So always, you know, especially with this where you're able to make shapes like we just did, just break them apart and make something different. It'll be worth it. Maybe we should do like a little cute, maybe we should pick like an iconic monster, like a Jason or a Freddy or something like that. And we should do like an iconic, maybe a version of them in the rear, like in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe in between the trees or something. That'd be kind of funny. But do like a cute sort of, I say cute, but a sort of a cuter version of them. You know what I mean? Alright, so for this... Okay, so this is how this needs to work. All this needs to be here, here, back, 1. Okay? This all needs to be here, here, and back 1. Okay, good. And then these all need to go to the very back. That way we have our layering done right. Correctly, I should say. Okay, so... we can also do some... I kind of like them straight out, though. I think we'll just do it like this. Excuse me. Alright, we're not going to break my own rule. We're not just going to be lazy and use that shape again. So we'll take it. There we go. Now, what I would say with this is once you have maybe, I don't know, once you have a couple of these, then it's safe to maybe recycle them a bit more. You know what I mean? Once you have like maybe 5 or 6 different designs, then you just don't want to put them on top of each other. You want to sort of mix them up and move them around, would be the ideal situation. Alright. Something like this. Very cool. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's looking cute. It's definitely what I was envisioning when I started this. So let's flip it this way, break it apart. Let's do sort of a... how would this look? If we were to take this and sort of spin it up like this. Maybe like this. Alright, let's try this. You know, we could also flip it and have it hang down like this, which might be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Have it something like this. And then we could take this guy, take this color with it, set it back on this one. See, then we can start working on leaves back there. That way we can create the sense of depth, which is essentially what really we want to do. I think we'll make this one a little smaller. Sort of put it there. Nice. I want this one to be smaller too, I think. Cool, good. Alright, so let's take this guy, give it this color, cut it, put it in front of that. Because all that's doing is it's allowing us to sort of make our layering arrangements. Can we fit that there? A little smaller maybe? Nice. Alright, cool. I like it. And then what we'll do when we're done is we'll group all these into one sort of layer. So this here. Now, obviously, these have to get smaller the further back they go, right? Because these trees are way in the rear. So these are obviously going to be more like this, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So we'll take this guy. This. Now watch. See? And because we're using basic shapes, we can do stuff like that to sort of help create the shapes that we need to pull this off. This is looking fun. I like it. I like it. Okay, cool. Let's take these two, copy them over here. Now, the reason we're going to do that is we're going to flip this one. And even though you're not fully going to see these, it's just going to help sell the fact that there's leaves on the tree, right? Because if you don't put something, then you can't really tell they're back there. So, yeah. We'll do something like this. And then same thing with this one, because you're not really going to see it. You can just kind of pull it off like this, you see? You don't really have to worry about what the overall details look like on it. Okay, I like that. And same thing here. We'll take it, we'll flip it, just kind of put it there. Because again, you can see we're starting to sort of create that just illusion of leaves on the trees. And you know, there's a lot of ways you could do this. We could have done like square leaves. We could have done stuff that looked more squared off. We didn't have to do these little ones like this, but I kind of like them. Let's do some rocks. Bring these to the front. And you see how we can sort of conceal these, right? Well, actually, that's where we're going to put the fire, no? Is that where we were going to put the fire? I don't remember. I think we'll do something like this. Which means this one will be lighter. Yeah, because it's in the front. And also smaller. Okay, and we'll play with the colorations and everything once we get to that point. For now, I think it's good. Alright, let's take this guy, grab this color, send it to the back, and then we want to sort of get it where we need it. So we're just going to go like this. Alright, cool. So now that we have this, let's mess with a gradient. And it's going to look a little weird at first, and that's fine. I think what I want to do is go with like a really dark purple, like super dark. Okay. To a lighter shade of said purple. I think something like this. And then I feel like this is almost too dark. Let's bring a little bit of light back into that. And then what we'll do... You know, and these colors may be all wrong, I don't know. Let's have this shift up a bit more, a little bit lower. Okay. Good. I want one of these here. For the sake of just stuff. Now this tree hardly has anything on it. You see this? That's not good. We got to make sure we're filling these out. So we'll just kind of stick that one here. Make it a little smaller. Perfect. Alright, good. I'm liking it. The colors are sort of off to me right now. I don't feel like the background is quite what I wanted. So let's go with more like this. Let's flip it. Okay. What do we want to do with this? This needs to be more like in this spectrum, I think. I like that better. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's a little better for what I was sort of envisioning. Because we want that to sort of muddle those trees together. Alright, that looks cool. Now, we're going to work on hair and stuff like that here in a minute. We need to work on, like, some little monsters and creatures and whatnot, though. Let's go with... Should we put a fire in here? Or should we forego the rule of thirds and just center them? We could center them and then put little creatures all around them. Like a little ghoul-looking thing. Let's do something like this. So these are going to act like little rocks. Obviously those colors aren't going to work. So we will go... thinking here. Here. That color is a little too... yeah. Perfect. See, we want them to... When I do things like this, when I do these colors, I want them to match the ground, but I don't want them to... If that makes sense. Like, I want the colors to work well together, but I don't want them to blend too much. So you have to create that sort of separation, which is what we just did there. Alright, so let's work on some stars. This guy. And I think we'll go with this color right here, because I like it. Oh. Let's go with an FX. We'll give it an outer glow. 2, 4. Alright, cool. Now, I'm still debating on whether or not I want to do any Gaussian blur on this or not, but that'll be a later thing. Let's play with the overall idea of it. Now, where is this at? This needs to be on top of that layer. Alright, and here's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup real quick. This all needs to be a group. See that? This. And that's this one? Yeah. All need to be a group. And then this guy back here with this guy needs to be a group. And what that's going to allow it to do is just quickly grab said group and, get some movement going if need be. And we don't want these stars to end up sort of lost in that, so we're going to do these tastefully. Let's do here. Here. Say what, there. Go a little bigger on this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have some fun with it. I don't know. Morning, Glads. How's it going, buddy? How are you, sir? We're doing an early morning stream. It's going good, buddy. Just kind of messing around with an idea I had last night. I didn't get to stream last night because we were busy, so I wanted to get on this morning and get a stream in. And so this one is going to be sort of a cartoon stylized version of my daughter and my wife camping, because they're going camping this weekend. So we're going to put, my wife's not a big fan of the dark, and my daughter loves scary things. So I'm going to do this sort of, we don't have any hair or anything yet, but we're going to do this sort of fun cartoon version of my daughter being overly excited about being in the dark woods, and my wife not being very excited. And we're just going to play around with it. See where it goes. I really like that last picture you did, man. Where you added the shading by the legs and everything. I think you might have finally found your niche with this style of art. I think you might have finally nailed what works for you in vector, because it looks really good. I really enjoy what you did there. Hey, Zombs TV, how you doing? Morning. We're having some coffee and we're just making some cute art this morning. Thanks for coming by. I'm doing really good. Doing really good. Hey, Gamer Sass, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, sir. All right, let's keep going with this. Tell you about my stream. So I am a creative streamer. I make a lot of vector art, a lot of pixel art. We do some animations now and then. It's sort of a creative, inspirational environment. We try to inspire and help others get started with art. So we answer questions and things like that. So if someone's, they're curious about like the styles that I'm doing or the techniques that I'm doing or whatever, we welcome questions. We welcome, that kind of stuff. We hope to inspire and help people grow as artists, whatever form that may be, whether digital, traditional, whatever, writing, whatever. Just try to inspire people, Really all it is. It's a fun, creative hangout. It's chill, super chill. Not going to be a lot of hype in here. Not going to be a whole lot of hype and a whole lot of that stuff, but I think it tends to be a fun environment. I do commissions and stuff. I do animations and stuff like this little dragon here. Glass, we need to do an entrance animation for you, dude. We need to come up with something you'd want to have animated. Because I'm doing the little animations for like big supporters of the stream. People that are around a lot and things like that. I probably need to do them for Gamer Sass as well at some point. What would you want, Gamer Sass? What can we do for you, buddy? This is called Affinity Designer. There's a list of the softwares that I use. This is called Affinity Designer. It is a vector-based drawing application, very similar to like Adobe Illustrator. If you were looking for like a comparison. Great piece of software. Great piece of software. And then for animations, I use Moho, and I'm learning how to use OpenTunes for, things like this.
How you doing, Mr. Seven?
Big doofy dog with super curly hair. Alright, cool. Let me brainstorm on that, Sass. Because what I want to do, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, Sass, but like people that are for regulars here and stuff, I want to create like intros and little things like that for them and commands and stuff. It would match the avatar. So you want something similar to your avatar. Is what you're looking for then. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Zom TV, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that support. Thank you so much. You know what I need to do, guys? We need to redo my follow and my host animations. They're not up to par anymore. Meekings, what's up? How are ya? It's not Ragnaros. What's up, Prophets? Good to see you, man. How is everybody this morning? Good to see you guys. You guys missed it. I was sitting here manicuring my beard earlier. I was sitting here brushing. Alright. Thank you guys for coming out this morning. So this is a fun piece this morning, guys. This is gonna be a fun, cute picture of my daughter and my wife. They've gone camping this weekend with the Girl Scout. And my wife doesn't like the woods or the dark. It's kind of funny. My daughter loves the woods and she loves the dark. So this is going to be sort of a cute spin on the two of them being away camping. And we're intentionally doing this style. I haven't done any hair or anything yet because I want to make something different. Yes, that is very much what I'm using, Prophet. That's kind of the idea I'm going with here. I want something fun and different looking. I mean, it's obviously flat vector, right? But I want something that looks a little bit different. For the sake of it. You have Illustrator, you don't use it. Oh, okay. Are you creative, Zoms, or are you kind of getting into it, or what's that all about? I don't really use Adobe products anymore. I don't mind trying to help people with Adobe products if I can, but I don't traditionally use them. Man, my camera The camera's gotten blurry. What is my camera doing? Come on, camera, wake up. Camera. Yeah, right? Alright, Cam. Are we happy now? I think so. Yeah, still working on it, Prophet. The thing with it is I'm trying to plan a couple together. And it's one of those, like, I'm trying to... Yeah, right, Glass. I'm trying to make a couple because my goal is to release them as like a web comic sort of thing. And so I want to get like the first 2 or 3 done before I release them. That way I can sort of have like, you know what I'm saying? So I can release the first one and like a week later, second week later, maybe release the second one. Because I don't want to just release one and then be like, you know, oh god, you know, I need another one straight away kind of thing. But yeah. Yeah, glass, really. It happens. I thought one of my monitors was bad this morning. Apparently the cats got back there and knocked the power loose. So, because I sat down this morning, I turned on the computer and the monitor wouldn't come on, and I'm like, So I started messing around with it, and apparently the cat pulled the power plug out. 10 years background video. Gotcha, Zoms. Yeah. Yep. Cats will do that. Oh, they will in a heartbeat, Glass. Alright, so what should we do here for the, Let's do this. Where do we want to position this? Let's go like maybe a good spot for it would be here. And there's a lot of exploratory streams here as well, Zoms. Like, you'll see that we try a lot of different things here. We work on animations live and things like that. So it's sort of a... You never really know what you're going to get when you come here in terms of creative stuff. It's always going to be something. We just don't know what. Alright. I wonder, should we do any iconic monsters? Maybe lurking in the woods, like maybe they're shadows or something, or like a silhouette of them? Or should we just maybe do some like spooky eyes in the trees, or should we make the trees monsters? Because obviously my wife is going to be a little distressed, so what should we do? Because she needs to be spooked by something. I think eyes are more spooky, okay? Yeah, exactly, Sass. Right. That's what I'm thinking, okay. So let's play around with the trees first, and then we'll play around with like some eyes in the, So here's what we'll do, watch this. Now, we're not going to do regular colored eyes. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the tree color. We're going to go darker with it, but we're going to do it just enough to make it so that you see it, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? So, watch this. Let's experiment with just a regular pair of eyes first. And then watch this. We'll make them look sort of ghastly, and I'll show you how. Okay? We'll drop this in here. Yeah, send me a message on Discord, Whisper. For sure. Send me a whisper on Discord. We can certainly talk about it. Absolutely. Yeah. Send me a message and we'll go from there, buddy. So is this Affinity Designer? Okay, so I'll help you out there, Luke. So Gravit is... Let me preface this real quick, okay? Gravit is a fantastic program, Luke. The thing with Gravit is, Gravit used to be 100% free. Having said that, you can still download the application for free. And it is an absolutely fantastic vector design program. You can see I've made things like this in here. It's fully capable of making exactly what you see in Affinity, right? There are some variations between, you know, what Gravit can do and what Affinity can do, but they're very similar. Now, the difference is, Affinity is a one-time purchase of $50. You pay for it, you own it, it's yours, you never pay again. Okay? Gravit, they were completely free. They released as a paid option and went to $100 to own it. Now, my take on that is this. If you're going to pay for a product, Affinity is far superior to Gravit. It's far superior, period. It has more functionality than Gravit does, hands down. I'm not saying Gravit is a bad program. I'm saying if I were going to pick which one I was going to buy, it would be Affinity, for sure. Having said that, Gravit still does have a free option that you can download and use for free, right? You are going to have some limitations for some of the stuff is hidden behind the payment, right? But you can still draw for free and stuff like that. Right, exactly. So, and that's the reason I keep it in there, because if you're looking to get started with it, it's a great thing to use. Fantastic thing to use. But just realize that once you hit some things that are behind that paywall, I wouldn't buy Gravit over Affinity. So just so there's clarification there. It's free. Anybody can download it. The great part about Gravit as well is it runs on Mac, Windows, Linux. It runs on everything. So it's accessible to everyone. You know? So that's just kind of why that is. Skybot, how are you? Yeah, Zoms, exactly. I'm JH certified. Yeah, we do a very sort of hands-on teachy stream here, and it's really cool because I've gotten a lot of people who have followed along and hopefully learned some stuff. You can suggest something. I don't know if we'll get to it, Skybot, but for sure you can always suggest. We're working on this little piece here today. I don't like these eyes already. Those are bothering me. All right, let's redo that. Scratch, 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 scratch. Yes, Gravit is also on a browser. Thank you, Glass. You're 100% correct on that. Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gravit is still a really good program, and I do highly recommend it. I just want people to realize when it comes time to spending money, I would not recommend Gravit over Affinity any day. Just to be clear. I would recommend Affinity. It has a much richer tool set than Gravit does by far. So. A murder monkey. Yes, it was, Glass. 100%. 100%. A murder monkey. I'm not even sure what I would do for that, but we'll... Alright. So watch this. We're gonna do some, like, pumpkin mounts on these trees. But it makes me wonder if we shouldn't draw out the eyes as well. Maybe we will. What would I want the eyes to look like? Thanks, Profits. Yeah, there's my social info. Deception. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And you can see we use the pen tool there, right? Because I've talked about this before. If you set the pen tool to use a fill and no stroke, look at these organic shapes you can draw. And what's amazing about these guys is these are truly vector shaped with points. So you can still modify these and everything. Not only that, let's say we wanted to put a tongue inside of this mouth. Like, let's say we wanted to make it look like there was some sort of a ghost tongue in there, right? We could go even darker, we could cut it and paste it inside of it, because it is a vector shape. So you can manipulate it just like a vector shape, you see that? So it's really cool the way that tool works, because it allows you to create things like that can be used like a vector shape. It's no different than drawing like a circle or something. It's just more of a hand-drawn appearance. And that's something that I need to use that more, because it really has a lot of potential, a lot of cool power. Oh, and there is something cool with that, Profits. In the earlier versions of Affinity, when you ended, you couldn't reconnect it, right? They were two separate pieces. But I don't know if you saw the new feature they added. If you turn on sculpt mode, watch this. As long as you click where you left off, it will continue making that piece, right? So if we go like this, you see that? See how it adds to it? Very cool feature. So you can essentially start drawing something. You can come over here and you can just keep drawing it like this. So if you're not really confident with that pen tool, you can do something like that. You see that? Which is awesome. I mean, it really, really is. I mean, you can do some really cool stuff with that. Right, exactly, Profits. 100%. Yep. Hey, thank you, Zoms. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, we do a lot of stuff around here. And, of course, you can see the slideshow. You're going to see a lot of different things here. You know, from animation to all kinds of stuff. And if you guys have any specific questions about anything that's over there, please let me know. Glad to answer questions if I can. All right, so here's where we're going to get a little trippy with this. Let's actually experiment with some little floating eyes in here. Now, whether we use these or not, I don't know. Murder Monkeys from the game Horror. Never played it. I don't do a whole lot of horror games per se. I do a lot of games with my daughter, so A lot of the games that I play are appropriate for playing with her. But I haven't played a true horror game in probably it's been a while. Probably been about it's been a while. It's been a while. Let's put it that way. I want this to be a little less visible, I think. Layers of Fear. It's not that I have anything against them. I don't run to them, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's not something I jump to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just go, oh, I want to play a horror game. Now I play classic WoW, there's nothing else. I hear you, Prophet. Do I stream 100% creative? My streams, I would say, are about 95% creative. So I would say maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, I might play a game on stream. It's rare. Now, I do play a lot of games, right? I've been playing games since I was a kid. I love games. I love shooters. I love MMOs. I love all different kinds of games. So I will definitely take a break every now and then and play a game. But as for the stream, it's generally going to be creative stuff. Yeah, I've made zombie stuff, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Sats. It's once in a blue moon. I mean, you know, it's really funny, guys, and this is weird, and maybe somebody can relate to this, I don't know. So I don't normally, I feel weird when I stream games because I'm so used to, I'm so used to doing art streams where I'm discussing what I'm doing and I'm talking to you guys and I'm teaching, that when I play a game, I almost feel like I need to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what do I talk about? You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to the creative stream vibe that I sort of get lost with it, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. 5 levels in Dark... Okay. I've played with Jared more than I've seen him... Right, there you go, Sass. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Me too, Prophets. Skybot, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that support. Okay. Thanks for coming out this morning, guys. I don't normally stream on Saturdays. I am thinking about putting Saturday in the rotation for the schedule. I don't know yet, though. Thank you for that, host. I appreciate you. Playing around with some detail here to see how far I truly want to push this. I don't know if this is something I really want to be doing or not. But you know what? We're going to try it out. Oh, that's too big of a loop. Need to be a smaller defined shape. Sort of like this. Jeez. Why is this one struggling so bad? That's sort of what I'm thinking of. Price is like, so it depends upon what someone's looking for, to be honest with you. Like, I try to cater my prices according to what someone's looking for. Like, I don't have like a logo is this much or this is this much, because I think that can be a little rigid sometimes, because like not all logos are created equal. Not all design is created equal. You know what I mean? So, like, if somebody wants a logo with a full-on character design in it, that's obviously going to be a different price than just, like, a standard logo. You know what I mean? Just like a word logo or letter logo. You know what I mean? So what I try to do, I try my best to talk to whoever I'm doing work with and find out what it is they're looking for and try to base the price as good as I can off of that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those things, prices can be funny. They can be really funny. You know, I do try to be as reasonable as I can. I freelance this stuff. I don't do this for a living. So for this, for me, it's all freelance. This is just what I do on the side. It's a hobby, if you will. And I'm hoping to one day be able to do it more full time and make things. But it's one of those, for now, it's still sort of a freelance on the side thing. So typically $1 to, yeah, there you go, profits. Anywhere in that range, you know, it depends on what you're looking for. Yeah. Like I'm over on Twitch and looking to get more consistent stuff versus me have. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, it depends what you're looking for. You know what I mean? Like, I do try my best to really understand what someone wants, and I'll be quick to tell somebody if my style doesn't fit what they're looking for. I'll be quick to say, hey, you know, I appreciate the look, but like my style might not fit what you're looking to do. You know what I mean? Because I've had people come to me before and they want a certain thing. Like I don't do realism. I don't do anything like that. Like that's not the kind of artist that I am. I like to create things that are fun, cute, things like that. You know what I mean? And so I've had people. I think some people they assume artists like all artists can do all art, and that's not true. You know what I mean? I like gold stuff. Oh, are those bosses in the game, Skybot? I haven't even heard of that game. I'd have to look at the game. Fat Bulldog with a crown upright in a fantasy setting. You know, Prophet, that'd be a fun drawing, dude. That'd be a fun drawing. You should do it. I think he said it was something called Dark Deception. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I don't play a lot of horror games, so. Okay, let's do a different face over here. Dark Deception. Dude, Prophet, do it. I'd love to see it, man. Really. Alright, let's do a different mouth on this one.
We got a host. Welcome, everyone.
We'll do something like this. Hey, Metro, what's up, sir? How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for the host, man. Zom, thank you for the host.
We got a host.
Guys, I gotta get some shoutouts going here. Hold on. We've got a bunch of people in here, and I almost forgot. I'm not used to doing my shoutouts. I don't have a mod here. Hold on a second. So we got Metro Birdman, first off. Guys, if you're not following Metro, please do. He is a partner here on the platform. Really nice guy. Big supporter of what I do. Definitely worth a look. Go check him out. We have Gamer Sass, another great content creator here on the platform. Big friend of the channel. Big fan of what he does. Go check him out, guys. Who else is in here? Profits is in here. Let's give Profits a shout out. Hold on a second, guys. Prophet TV, another friend of the stream. Is a gamer, plays a lot of different games. Really cool guy. Check him out. Who else? Who else? I think Glass was in here. Yeah, let's get Glass a shout out. Sorry, guys. I got going on what I was doing and didn't even think about shout outs. You're welcome, Prophet. And Glass, he is another creative streamer here on the platform. He does traditional and digital stuff. Really cool guy. Go check him out. You'll like him. You'll like him. Glass is a good guy. It was different. It is different. So I have another video editing software that's free, Metro, if you're really looking to get into video editing. Like, I have a couple different that I use. For me, Shotcut is my go-to because it's light and it works really good. You know what I mean? It works really, really well. And thank you all for the host. I appreciate him. The King Goliath Clown. I'll have to look the game up, Skybot. I've never... not used to doing video editing. Oh, right on, dude. I will tell you this. That program makes it really easy, Metro. Like, really easy, dude. Premiere. Yeah, see, so the thing I like to do here is I like to use as much free software as possible. Obviously, it's free. Not only that, but because I like to be able to help people get started with free software, right? So if someone comes in and they're like, because I mean, let's be real here. We live in a world where not everybody can afford software, right? And that's the way it is. So I really like to have software that I can say, hey, you know, this is free. Try it out. And, you know, and I have some other paid softwares that I use as well. I've used Vegas. I've used Premiere. You know, I've used them. But I try to find things that are alternatives and not, you know, but nothing against the softwares at all. Yeah. Yep. So I use Shotcut, which is a free software, and then I use Resolve, DaVinci Resolve. Triggered Teddy. I'll have to check it out, that little subscribe thing in the video, you made that, right? No, I didn't actually make that one. I found that one for free. I could totally make one, though. I actually thought about making a custom one for me, you know, for like a custom one to use in the videos and whatnot. I haven't yet, but I have thought about it. Follow a couple Instagram. Oh yeah, Vector. See, that's the thing, is like Vector, or you don't just have to do things like this, right? Like Vector is really usable for a lot of different functionalities. Like you can do a lot of cool stuff with Vector art. You really truly can. I think some people, they get stuck in their head that Vector is primarily for like corporate design and logo design and things like that. So they immediately downplay it and they don't realize the creative potential behind Vector art. Vector art is a different way of thinking. Like the way in which you design is different than what you would do with a paintbrush, right? But it's still a viable option, you know? Phoenix, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the host. Appreciate that. Exactly. The thing is it's like anything, right? Like it's just a different train of thought. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, you just have to think differently when you function or when you create. Hey, Metro, I have that file if you want it, and I can show you how to use it. Let me know. That one that I use in the videos, I'll be glad to share it with you, buddy. I found it for free. I don't remember where I found it, but I have it if you want it. Just let me know. Hit me up on Discord or something, or just let me know. Oh, yeah, sure, buddy. I'll go find it. I've got it saved somewhere. But yeah, I'll send it over to you. I know it, because obviously I use it for the videos, so yeah. Annie, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the host. How are you doing today, Phoenix? Good to see everybody. Thank you all for coming out today. I really do appreciate the support, guys. It means a lot. I'm doing good, buddy. I don't normally stream on Saturdays. I tell you, I've been honest, though. I've been thinking about getting rid of my Friday streams and moving them to Saturdays. Because I feel like Friday nights don't work well for a lot of people because everyone's finishing the week and they're busy doing things like that. And I'm thinking like a daytime Saturday stream might be a better fit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Friday nights are very hit or miss. So I'm thinking about getting rid of my Friday night altogether and just going to like a Saturday daytime stream. I haven't decided yet. No work for the last 4 days. Is that good? No work for the last 4 days? Or is that I haven't had work for the last 4 days, like a bad thing? You can do the Discord command, Skybot. There's a Discord command, and that'll take you right to it. Somebody will get it for you, I'm sure. Oh, kind of bad. So that's the bad kind of, you haven't had work for the last couple of days. Ew, sorry to hear it, Annie. Annie, you can come do my job if you want. I work way too much, and I need a break. So, come on over. Going to eat, going to movies. But Saturdays can be iffy as well. Right. And I just find like, I find like for me, and see, Friday nights are hard for me to make as well. It's like last night I canceled the stream because my wife wanted to go to dinner with some friends and do some of that stuff, right? So we did all that, and by the time we got back, it was already like late, and then I played some video games and stuff, and I was like, nah, I just don't feel like doing it, you know? Yeah, no work, no pay. Yo, I understand that, Annie. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. I hope that gets rectified for you. Get rid of that. Oh, Borderlands 3. I love Borderlands 3. I think I don't understand why there's such heavy criticism. I feel like a lot of people I don't understand. I think it's I think it's a very well done game. I think they did a great job with it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a lot like Borderlands 2, but that's kind of like saying, you know, Fallout 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and any Fallout game have been too similar. You know what I mean? Like, it's a Fallout game. Of course they're going to have similarities. People have been live streamed very early today and went, well, very good, Annie. I'm glad to hear it, buddy. People like to hear themselves whine. Yeah, no kidding. You can't type in Discord. You should be able to. I don't have any sort of, like, restrictions or anything in there. As verify account? Can't help you with that. I don't have anything on my end that requires you to verify that. I mean, I've got it so that people... I've got it checked so that people have to have a verified Discord account, which means you have to have approved it with Discord and all that stuff. Like, you know... So as long as you've done everything you need to do with Discord, you should be able to type in there. If that helps prevent, like, bot accounts and things like that, you know? Critics, yeah. The big complaint I'm hearing is that everybody's sitting there going, the big thing I'm hearing is a lot of people are like, oh, it's too much like Borderlands 2. And it's like, it is a Borderlands game, guys. I mean, of course it's going to be like Borderlands 2. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go on record and say this, and I'm not even exaggerating, guys. For anyone who hasn't played Borderlands 3, okay, or has heard bad stuff about it, the game is absolutely fantastic, and I will stand behind that. It's very rare that I will get a game and I'll say this is a great game that was worth the money. Very, very rare that I will say that. Borderlands 3 is 100% worth the money you spend on it. The campaign is good. The story's fun. The game is great. The gunplay is phenomenal. Totally worth the money. And I mean that 100%. So, like, if you were to ask me whether or not it's worth the money, yeah. You know, I think some people are just... Well, right, Metro, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what? That's the biggest complaint I'm hearing is everybody... It feels like Borderlands 2 all over again. And it's like, it is Borderlands. That's kind of like complaining that a new Fallout game comes out and you've got to go find new power armor, or you're going to be going through the wasteland looking for tin cans. It's like, it is a Fallout game. What do you want? I mean, you know, it's... right. And honestly, to be real with it, why would you break a winning record or a winning method? You know, I mean, the Borderlands style of game, it works, and it works well. What it does, it is exceptionally good at. So why would you not use that? You know? Yeah. It's weird, man. People trip me out. Right, exactly, Metro. Of course, it's gonna be like Call of Duty. All right, so let's do this. I want to have a little fun with this. Let's give them little arms, little cute arms. And we're going to have my daughter holding a torch. Let's have her holding a torch. And then we'll have my wife holding... What should my wife be holding? Daughter will be holding a torch. Wife be holding what? Like maybe a stick? To protect herself? Yes, that's 100%. And, you know, I mean, that's the thing. It's like... You know, and I'm a firm believer in, like, there's games I just genuinely don't like, right? Like, I don't like them. But that doesn't mean I hate them. Or I'm going to hate on them, right? Like, I can sit here and say I don't like this game, but I'm not going to be like, it's terrible. I mean, because obviously there's people that like it. So, I don't know where that line got crossed, where it was like, it was okay to not like something. You know, it's okay to not like something. It's absolutely okay, but it's like, you don't have to complain about it. Right. Yeah. I think people are just goofy anymore, man. Goofy folks. Alright, so we're gonna do it like this, I think. going to make this a sleeve to her arm. And again, we're going for a very specific style here, guys. Just so everyone knows that. This looks different than my normal stuff. This is going to be higher up, more like here, I think. Yep, perfect. Right, and well, see, that right there is the crazy part, Glass. No one, I mean, no, I shouldn't say no one, but like those same people aren't looking at what they did right in that game. Like the fact that it, you know, is a really good, fundamentally good game. It's a really good, like if you look at the core of the game, it's a fantastic game. And that should be praised, because how often are we let down now as gamers? You know what I mean? Like we get hyped up for a game, it comes out, and it's just utter crap. You know what I mean? And so to me, it feels like when a game comes out and it's actually fun and enjoyable, people should be like, good job, you know, you actually made something fun. That's my opinion. Are you live on YouTube? Yes, Annie. Yep, I should be. Yeah. Yep, we're over there, buddy. Anthem. Yeah, 100% Metro. You know, and it's like, that game can be criticized for a lot of reasons, because they did a lot of things that people just weren't excited about. You know? The way it is. Now, see, I'm different with that. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Good to see you. 76, I love Fallout 76. Okay? I love Fallout 76. I still play it. Now, having said that, do I recognize flaws in the game? Yeah, of course I do. But I love Fallout 76. But I'm a big Fallout fan. So for me, it's like I can look past some of the issues, and for anyone to say the game hasn't gotten better, they're nuts. The game has gotten incredibly better. Do I like the way that it's gotten better and how long it's taken? No, but that's the reality to where we live in. You see, I'm also the type of person, like, and I tell people this all the time. Would you rather have a game that you like and enjoy its flaws, right? Or just not have the game at all? I mean, because that's the flip side of it, right? We could just not have the game to play at all and not have another Fallout game. Like, completely. So, I would rather have it, enjoy it, you know, and enjoy what it is. Yeah, Lynn, 100%. It's a really good game, though. Super fun. Good to see you. Yeah, what's up, Metro? We're making sort of a weird picture today, guys. I apologize. So my daughter and my wife have gone camping this weekend. Little people, that's what they're called, guys. Prophets was saying it earlier, so I'm kind of doing this little people's version of my daughter who loves scary stuff, and my wife who doesn't like scary stuff, stuck in the spooky woods. I do them 19, 20, 10, 80. Yes. Metro. Yes, 100%. Yep. Metro, we need to add some word to your little guy flying in. What do you... Like, for 7, we have...
How you doing, Mr. 7?
Do you have any preference what you want it to say? Because I'm going to get my daughter to record it, obviously. And then we got Water Bottle.
Hi, Water Bottle.
We need to come up with something so we can get that recorded. I got to do something for Dragon's Lair as well. I need to get into the animation thing. You know, Glass, I love it, and I love it for a lot of the different reasons. It's super challenging. It is super challenging. And I must be a glutton for punishment, because I really enjoy things that are really difficult for some reason. And so I like challenging myself. So I would definitely recommend, you know, getting out there and just going for it, dude. Just dive in head first. That's what I do. Just dive in and learn, man. We were saying, okay, all right, I'll get her to record something then, and I got to get her to record something for Dragon's Lair as well. We'll get something back. Yeah, Lynn, see, I love doing it. Like, for me, I love the excitement of learning something new. You know what I mean? Of just sticking my head in and just going for it. I mean, that's what I do. Apache, how are you? Good to see you. Are you home? Are you still on trip? I've been looking at all your pictures on Instagram or Twitter, whichever it is. Well, like always, Glass, you know, if you have any questions, man, or I can help, be sure to hit me up, buddy. Still in the U.S. Right on. Alright, so let's do a little torch here. And we're going to do sort of let's try a cute torch. So let's pick, what color? Hey, we'll do a regular sort of flame torch. So we're going to sit here and we're going to draw this.
Smile, it's a beautiful day.
That's right. Sure is. I miss my kid, man. I'm sappy about it. My kid's going to be gone all weekend. She's going to be gone all weekend. And I'm just like, that's my little buddy, man. I don't like not being around my kid. Back in Mass for a few days. Fly home very late Wednesday or Thursday. Well, Patchy, I hope you're having a great time. I really do. Minecraft Man. How do I delete an account? I have no idea, Minecraft Man. I'm assuming you mean your Mixer account? I've never tried to delete my Mixer account, so I don't know. I don't know if anyone would even really have any information on that. But sorry, I'm trying to design this real quick. Let me get this out of my brain, and then that could work. And then what we would do is go behind this. Thinking like this, right? And then what we'll do, in order to make this look good, we'll grab this. Go. We're going to change the color slightly. This is only for using. This is not going to be the permanent color. This is just to allow me to sort of see the variation, right? My Discord in it. I don't know, Skybot. Can't help you with that. I know it works, obviously. I've got a lot of people in there, so I'm not entirely sure on that for you. I have to get you to do a Frank Pug piece. Yeah, I mean, we totally could. We could, and obviously we did that one that was the sticker over there for Metro there for a while. We could even mess with blowing that up or something if you wanted to put that bigger, or we could redraw it in a specific way. When I saw your message on Discord, Apache, I apologize. I haven't responded yet. Let me, I will after the stream and everything. Okay, so we're gonna go here with this. I think what we'll do is we'll go darker with it. And then we're gonna do like a little light glare. So let's go here, we'll grab this color. Do like a little flicker of flame up on the top of the... And you see, for things like this is where that organic brush comes in really useful. You see this? Stuff like this. Like these little specks and little organic shapes that you can do. Now, if we're gonna have her holding a torch, then I think what we'll do is we're gonna need to obviously do some sort of a glare coming off this. All good. Right on, I hear you. Thanks, Annie. No certain person isn't patient. Yeah. I hear ya. I hear ya. We've been busy lately. My wife, God bless her, she likes to keep my daughter busy. So we're doing school, obviously. We're doing volleyball. We're doing Girl Scouts. She's doing like all these different things all at the same time. And so it's sort of like we've got practices twice a week. We've got games twice a week. And now this weekend, my wife and daughter went camping for the whole weekend. In Girl Scouts, when they come home Sunday, they will get home at 4 o'clock. She has a game at 6 o'clock. Like, she keeps my kid busy. I'm waiting for my kid to be like, Mom, I'm done. Because I have a feeling it's coming.
Lemonade, country ice, sip it once, sip it twice. Turn around, touch the ground, kick your boyfriend on the ground, now freeze.
My kid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Apache. Like, I enjoy just hanging out with my kid and playing video games and stuff. I'm busy too of thinking. Right on, Annie. A pug peas. Something like that. And then we'll do another sort of inside. I think we'll grab this and we'll go a little bit lighter this time. More into this spectrum.
We got a new follower.
I think we'll go like this. I don't know, because I like it. Alright, that's cool. Now we're going to do like a little glare. That's too bright though, I think. Minecraft Man, thank you for the follow. Oh, is that how you guys, get your coordination done? You have like a little admin section on the Discord? Or like corresponding and that kind of stuff? Good idea, actually. He leaves a list. You get 2 lists, Metro? I got the 1. I'm done. It was like this weekend, my wife was like, they were heading out to go camping. And my wife was like, well, make sure this gets done, make sure that gets done. And I just sat there like, yep. Let's see how much of it actually gets done. Okay, so now we need to work on hair and stuff. Because I told her, I was like, alright, so let's think about this. You and Darcy are going away for the whole weekend. Which means I don't have to have anybody around me. Which means I can just draw and have fun, right? I was like, and you want me doing work? Yeah, no. Right on, man. That's awesome. Yeah, she was like, well, we need to get that done in the backyard, and we need to get this done, and I was like, uh-huh. So she sat there, and she was like, well, just see what you can get done. I was like, uh-huh. And she was like, you're not going to do any of it, are you? I was like, nope. Nope. I am not. Yep, I was like, this is a vacation for me from you, so goodbye. Yeah, busy's good though, right? Like, I don't like not being busy. I enjoy being busy because in the right way. Like, if I'm doing things that I want to be doing to stay busy, then I'm happy and I'm satisfied. But if I'm doing things that I don't really want to be doing, then I get, you know.
We got a new follower.
What should we have my wife holding? Like a weapon? What should she be holding? Blitz YouTube, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hello there, Bluetooth. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, you're Minecraft Man. Oh, okay, very cool. What did Apache say? I missed it.
Lemonade.
Anyway, need to head out more shopping. Apache, have a great day. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day.
Turn around, touch the ground, kick your boyfriend on the ground now for
A sword? We could. You want to have her? Yeah. Let's put that there. Now, we're going to give them hair, obviously, right? They're gonna get cute. We're going to do a little glow off of the torch. My daughter is obviously extremely excited about being in the woods, where my wife is not whatsoever. Which is factual. Leave them bald and send this to my wife. I told her I was going to send it to her while they were camping, once I got it done. And she was like, uh-huh. I want to have some foreground elements. Let's go with... Go here. Let's play around with it. Let's do like maybe some foreground bushes or something. That's what I'm thinking, Phoenix. Let's experiment. We're gonna go into experimentation mode for a minute. See what this turns out like. If it's terrible, it's terrible. You know, that's a big thing. Is, you know, we talk about this a lot on stream, and it's so true. Like, you know, that you can't be afraid to you know, a lot of the times, because people ask where I'm going with this long term, is people will say, like, how do you learn to do this stuff? You do this stuff, you learn to do it by doing it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way to learn it. And I think some people, they don't understand that, or they don't think about that. But, like, the only way to learn this is get out there and actually do it. Like Metro, you know, he's trying to learn the video editing stuff. There you go. That's how you're going to learn it. Do it. Just hit 250 followers. Nice. On what? So let's move this here. Mixer. Oh, cool. Go here. We'll put this in the foreground. I've been attempting to teach myself digital art after not doing it for over 16 years. Right on, Lynn. Yeah, that sounds like me, Lynn. I don't know if you know my story, but like I didn't do art at all for like 20 years. I just quit it. And then I started doing art with my daughter. And then it was like, you know what? I want to do more art. And so now I'm an old man, okay? But when I quit doing art, there wasn't a whole lot of digital art yet. There was, but not quite like there is now. So when I started getting back into art, I decided that I wanted to learn digital. And so I just jumped in head first, you know? And just started learning everything I can. I just want to be able to download the VODs and be able to edit those down to some manageable clips, right? And see, with Shotcut, dude, that's more than enough to be able to do that right there. More than enough. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yep. Any sort of compositing, any sort of rendering, any sort of video editing, yes. It's going to be very, very system intensive. Very system intensive. Jumped right in and bought a Huon tab with no screen on it since I wasn't sure if I'd like it. Right on. So I have a Wacom. I have this here, Lynn, and I don't even use it. It's a Wacom Intuos Pro. I do everything I do with a mouse and keyboard. I just can't get comfortable with the thing. And it's one of those things where every time I try to draw with it, I just feel so clunky. Trying video editing on my phone. I know someone that actually does that, Annie. Rendering is very insane, Glass. Yeah. I just use mouse and keyboard. But then again, the style of art that I do works well with the mouse and keyboard, right? Because it's vector. It's not, you know, I'm not doing like realistic or anything like that. So it can absolutely be done via, you know, mouse and keyboard. Real quick, I see some new faces out there. Guys, if you have any questions for me, softwares I'm using, techniques that I'm using, anything like that, be sure to let me know. We have a very inviting sort of teaching stream here, so welcome to answer any questions that I can. If I can help you, let me know. We're doing Fancy Line prime example with my logo. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. What program are you using? If you don't mind me asking, Lynn, are you using Adobe? Or are you using like Affinity, something free? Oh, good old Catbot doesn't like GIMP. Isn't that funny? We go, Catbot. Hang on. Catbot, there he is. GIMP and Krita. Both very, very good programs. Yep. Do you see my Catbot, Phoenix? I was trying to get that animation. I made that animation, right? And the whole point of that animation was to get, I wanted it to be, I wanted it to play every time Catbot triggered, but you can't do that through Mix It Up app. It doesn't recognize Catbot triggers. Because I was trying to get it to play it every time Catbot would trigger. I thought it'd be funny. Because I sat there one day at work and I made that little animation, just had fun with it.
Remember, you are awesome.
Yes, Metabang Pro is a fantastic free program, Lynn. It's very comparable to what would be Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint and Metabang Pro are very similar in how they function. And the pen pressure and the way the pens work are very, very similar. So if you like Metabang Paint Pro, which is free and a great program, you'd really like Clip Studio if you ever wanted to buy something. Clip Studio is paid. I think it's like $50 or something. But the cool part with Clip Studio, Lynn, is you can actually animate in Clip Studio. You can actually create like little animations and stuff. I think it supports 200 frames you can do animation and stuff like that. I don't know if Metabang supports animation, but I know Clip Studio does. Oh, you can in Metabang. Well, there you go then. I didn't know if you could animate in Metabang. Well, you just answered that question for me. See, you taught me something. Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be the foreground stuff, and watch what we're going to do with this. You haven't tried to animate it yet? Yeah. I use a program right here. I use this one. Well, I use two programs. Let me show you guys this real quick. I use two different things. I use Moho is what I'm more comfortable with, but I'm trying to get away from Moho because, not that I don't think Moho is a fantastic program, because it absolutely is. The problem with Moho is it's really expensive every time you want to update it. So with Moho, you can do stuff like this. So what this is a flat 2D image rendered to look almost three-dimensional, right? So you can do some really cool stuff with it. The other things you can do is you can do some really cool, like, if we go here, you can do some really cool, like, pass-through stuff. So things like this. You see how the gray area is the frame, right? Oops. So if we hit play, you'll see where this animates almost look. You can do Z-Depth to create like pass-through animations and things like that, right? You can do some really cool stuff with it, and it is a fantastic program. The problem with Moho is every time there's an update, it costs like $400 to update to the current model, so it's expensive. So I'm trying to get away from Moho, so I've been learning a software called OpenTunes, which is right here. This is one powerfully amazing software. The problem with this software is, even though it's free, it is intensive. Like, it is very, very deep. It has a massive learning curve. I will show you the really cool thing about OpenTunes is that it does work with vectors. So if you're into creating like vector nodes and stuff, it does create vector points and stuff that you can manipulate. So it does work well, but it's a bear of a program. Yeah, OpenTunes is it's one of those programs, like, I learn on it for maybe I learn on OpenTunes for maybe like a couple hours a day, and then I put it down because I have to. It's one of those, it will really challenge you. It's a great program. Like this little dragon here, we made that in OpenTunes with the mesh, right? We used the mesh deformation tool to make the body warp and bend and stretch and stuff to create that sort of movement animation, right? The problem is that it's a very in-depth program. Pretty overwhelming. I didn't expect it to be quite that overwhelming when I started it, but it is. I'm hoping to get proficient enough with it that we can do it more on stream and I can help other people kind of learn it, or at least get into it if they want to. Okay, so for this and this, we're going to group it. This and this, we're going to group it. Let's give them a Gaussian blur to help bring them into the foreground. Let's go with 1. Yeah, nice. You see how that instantly sort of brought them into the front, putting that Gaussian blur on there? But now we almost have this little bit of a three-dimensional depth going through the picture, right? Which is cool. So now let's work on the glare for the torch. And then we're going to add some more detail to the trees. And of course, we're not going to leave them bald. My wife wouldn't like that. So we'll give my wife a sword. Let's draw a sword real quick. Let's go like this. Sure. Oh, very cool. I love vector. I mean, obviously, I do it all the time, but I absolutely love vector art. Like, I think it's one of those things where it's a different process in the way that you think and create, but I think it makes... I love the cleanliness of it, right? I love how clean, like Glass. I don't know if you know Glass. Yeah, I think you know Glass. But like Glass, he's been doing some really interesting takes on using vector art, doing some really awesome stuff, and it's completely vector, but it looked completely different than stuff that I do or stuff that some other artists that I know use vector. You know what I mean? There's some, you can do some really amazing stuff with it. Alright, Annie. Hey, no worries, buddy. No worries. I appreciate everybody coming out this morning. Okay, so we're going to take you and you. Alright, we're going to make a sword. Let's make a traditional sort of classic looking sword. Do you stream anything creative, Lynn, or Corel 3? I have not used a Corel product in, whew, it's been a minute. Nah. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. It's, you know, it's a different beat for sure. Like, I really commend people that can, I see, and I feel funny. We were talking about this earlier, Lynn. I feel funny when I stream games because I'm so used to doing like creative streams. I get just sort of the niche that I've kind of put myself into, right? But like, it just makes me feel funny when I go to stream a video game for whatever reason. Like, my brain just can't quite catch up. I think a lot of it had to do with I'm used to the slow, sort of fun pace that I've created in the environment in my streams. And so when I go to stream a game, I just feel sort of like out of place. I need to do it more, though. Because it's nice to de-stress once in a while and just play a video game, you know? I don't like that in there. Yeah, exactly, Metro. Oh, really? See, I love story-based games. Like, I was a huge fan. I'm assuming you probably were, Lynn, if you like story-based games. Like the Telltale games, like especially Tales from the Borderlands and stuff like that, were just phenomenal games. Like, I love games like that. But, you know, not being funny, but like when I was a kid, a lot of the old Dragon Age or the Dragon's Quest games and stuff like that, you know, there was a lot of the story-based games, and I played a lot of D&D when I was a kid. So playing D&D, naturally, there's a lot of story-based stuff there and things like that. So it's one of those things where I really enjoy story and lore and that depth that you can get in there. You know what I mean? Life is Strange. I've never played Life is Strange. I should probably check that out then, right? Because I've heard, like, phenomenal stuff about that game.
We got a new follower.
Probably need to do that one of these days. JaxPie, thank you for the follow. Thank you for that support. Oh, and I need to redo my follow and host animations and all that stuff as well. I need to put that on a list. Alright, so we're going to give this sword to her. Really nice story and hits feels. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. I've heard really good things about it. I just never have made it around to it. A lot of my game time gets consumed by my daughter. Oh, so guess what came in the mail yesterday from my kiddo? So I have a Nintendo Switch, which I absolutely love, and my daughter hogs it. So I bought her the mini version, the Nintendo Lite. She wanted the teal one, the blue one. It came in the mail yesterday. Yep. I love that creation. Heard about Life is Strange talk. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lynn was actually talking about Life is Strange. I've never played it, Jax, but love story games, so it's something I'll have to check out. It feels flimsy. So, and see, I love my Switch because for me, like, I take it to bed. and I use it to fall asleep with. So like if I can't get my brain to quiet down or whatever, for me it's kind of like a book. You know what I mean? I'll lay in bed and I'll play like Binding of Isaac or something, and I'll play it for maybe 30 minutes and just coast to sleep. Or if I have to go to the doctor or something like that, I take my Switch, and I love it for that. Love, love, love it. You recommend it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Makes it a bit better. I haven't even opened hers yet because she's away camping. She's got the, you know, and I'm not even sure how much smaller it is in this one. I'll have to open it. Maybe we should unbox it. I don't know if you guys would want to see it, but I have it out there. But it's the blue one. I don't even know. All I know is it's supposed to be smaller, and the controllers don't come on. I have no idea. We could certainly open it though. Because I got tired of her using mine, and I was like, alright, I'm buying you your own Nintendo. And she's like, yes. So, it feels, you know, I'm going to say something funny here, though. So, in 1986, I was 6 years old, and I got my first Nintendo Entertainment System. I've played Nintendo my whole life, since I was a little kid. It feels funny, being the age that I am now, you know, and buying my kid, when she was roughly the age I was, her own Nintendo. It's weird because like I grew up on Nintendo, and it's a funny feeling. It really is. What did you use to do animated video intro and video editing clip? You must be talking about, hold on. Hold on a minute. You must be talking about this? My YouTube intro? So originally, back when I used to use Adobe products more, I made that in After Effects. But I don't have I don't have After Effects anymore. So you can't really utilize it in that way anymore. Now, having said that, this could absolutely be done in something besides After Effects. Like you could do this in, what am I thinking of here? You could do this in Resolve. You could do this in Blender. You could do this in, there's several different applications. If you have an Apple, you could use a program called Motion. Like, there's a lot of free options out there. Now, start to finish, where you start and where you get, Blender's huge now, man. They just released a huge update. Oh, yeah, Blender is massive. Oh, yeah. Blender just released this whole new 2D animation thing. So you can do better motion graphics. You can do like hand-drawn 2D animations. Like what? Hang on, I want to show you guys something. We'll watch it real quick if you guys want to see it. I want to show you guys something. This is pretty freaking impressive. Hold on. Where is it? Right here. So I'm going to pull this over real fast, and we will maximize this, and we'll turn the volume up so you guys can sort of see it. So check this out. This was made entirely in Blender. Because they have an entire new grease pencil feature that allows you to do hand-drawn 2D animations. This entire thing was created in Blender, combining 2D and 3D elements. And it's pretty incredible when you think that it has this power to do 2D graphic functionality. This at this level, right? And this is with the new grease pencil, the new Blender. But this entire thing was done in Blender. So it's not just for 3D anymore. You can actually do like real, like studio animation. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right. Beautiful, isn't it? I mean, because this looks like something straight up you would see on Netflix or a TV show or something. I mean, it looks incredible. And it's just one example. This is the one the Blender team did. It has full camera movement functionality now. It has, you can do panning, zooming, and Blender is $0, completely free, guys. Right? Tell me about it. Most people have a hard time believing this was made in Blender, but it truly was. The whole thing was made in Blender. Yeah, of course, you're welcome. Let me know if you guys... I'm learning Blender. I'm by no means proficient in Blender, but I'm learning. Feel free to come teach me. Yeah, and see, at the end of it, this is cool. They kind of give you a showcase, like some of the behind the scenes. You have full light control. You have full 3D. You can intertwine 3D and 2D elements. So like here, you can kind of see them making it in Blender and how they controlled the camera, and see how the camera has rotoscoping and it turns. So like you have 3D light controls. You see that? So you can do like 3D light bending. I mean, it's pretty incredible stuff, guys.
Remember,
like,
you are awesome.
Would highly recommend checking it out. For anyone who's into like or looking to get into animation, Blender is definitely a viable option now. Hands down, a viable option. Oh, let's get the music turned back on. Alright, so let's take you and you. Yeah, and what's crazy now, Lynn, is like when you open Blender, there's actually a whole section on 2D animation. Like the 3D parts are still there, and what's really cool about it, if you're used to Blender or how Blender functions, a lot of the keyboard shortcuts and everything work in the 2D portion as well. But you can flip simultaneously from 2D to 3D, so you can create a 3D element, decorate it, put it in there, and then jump into the 2D sphere, and you can hand draw the animation over top of the 3D and stuff. Like, it's very... I'm learning it, but I'm not anywhere near where I need to be yet. Yeah, I'm with you, Lynn. Like I'm learning it, and I'll get it. I'll get it. Because my goal is to hopefully be able to one day, I would love to be able to make like an actual animation, like an animated series or something that I make. You know, I think that'd be really, really cool. I mean, for what? Who knows? Whether it goes on YouTube or... But I'd really like to be able to make something. Okay, let's put a little Gaussian blur on this. That might be too much. But what did you use? What did you use it for, Lynn? What did you do with Blender? Were you making like game stuff? Were you doing like mods type stuff, or what were you? 0.5. Appreciate y'all hanging out today, guys. We're just sort of having fun making this random drawing. I know it's different, and I appreciate it. Really do. Played a game called Second Life. Oh, yeah. I've heard of Second Life. Never played it, but I've heard of it. And I knew people could kind of make their own assets and their own worlds and stuff, right? Like things you could put in the game. Very cool. Wow. That's awesome. I had a friend, I want to say I had a friend that played it, but don't quote me on that. Mesh and realistic looking. I like the trees. I like the trees. They sort of look like this is sort of flowing or dripping out from the tree's mouth. You know, one of my problems with art is that I tend to be too much of a perfectionist a lot of times. And that's where sometimes I gotta learn to let myself just be happy with what I made and move on, you know? And that's something that I'm still learning how to just accept and do, and not fret too much over the small stuff. Because I tend to get stuck on like little elements, and I just think about them too much, you know? That's my own personal hang-up, though. Okay, there's my logo. I got my wife with a sword. She'll like that. Oh, come down. Ah. Go here. Yeah. Hey there, Zarwar. How you doing? Thank you for the comment the other day on YouTube, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're live streaming. Yep. Good to see you. Thank you. Let's go with... here. Actually, we want it in a bit. I think we'll come right here. Yeah, we'll go right there. I like this. Alright, so this is definitely starting to take the right direction. Now, what I would like to do is I want to see if I can pull this off. I want to see if we... I'm not quite sure how to say this. But I want some, like, light shafts, like translucent lighting coming through the trees. You know what I'm saying? Sort of this... Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Go with white. We're going to crank the opacity down to about 20. I like 20. And now we're going to play with transitioning. Yeah, thank you, gamer. Keeping me straight, as always. Welcome. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to go here. Now, to pull off this effect, I don't think I want 45-degree angle. Let's go with a 30-degree angle. And we're going to do something like this. Now, it's not going to be over the picture. So, wait just a minute and we'll correct that. So what we're going to do with these, we're going to take them, we're going to go down to 10%. Yep. No, we'll go back 20 and we'll give them a slight Gaussian blur because I want them to be a little bit translucent, maybe a 1. Alright, cool. Now, we're going to take them like this, we're going to cut them, actually group them, cut them. And let's go between what is the third layer. So you see that? So now it goes between the trees and whatnot. And then what we can do is we could go over this second layer again if we wanted to, and then we could change some of the elements. So what we'll do with this is we'll get rid of this large one. Alright, so we'll get rid of this big guy here. We'll get rid of, actually for this one, we'll go to 10 on that one. We'll go 100. We'll group it. and then we'll go 10, right? Then we'll go FX 1. Alright, that's a better way to do that. That's a much better way to do that. Okay, so that's going to be there. And then we'll have this one go between the two trees, and this one, or the second layer. And this round here will be 20%. So it'll be slightly brighter, but not too much. I think my keyboard is starting to go bad. Pretty sure. Okay, so we'll leave this at 20. We'll actually go back to 100. Yep. That key's starting to stick. Yay! Alright, we'll go 20. I'll have to see if I got a spare keyboard laying around. Okay, cut it, and we'll go between the second line. Now for this one, we're going to move it, I would say here, we'll go 15%. And then we'll take this 10% one and just kind of go there with it. You see that? What do you guys think of that? Good, bad? I kind of like the lighting. And is it too much lighting? Maybe it needs to be a little more discreet. I kind of like it. Now, there's one more thing I want to do. Is at the top of these trees. You like it? Thank you, Prophet. We're going to go like that. And we're going to create a general tree foliage. We're just going to do a very generalized shape here. To kind of give this canopy at the top just a little bit of something. How long have we been? 2 hours? What if we just take this shape in? And bring it over this one and have this one a little lower. Alright, cool. I think we'll leave them there for a while and see if they grow on me. I'm not sold yet. I don't know if I want more designs or not, but we'll leave them there for a bit. In fact, what we could do... What if we took one with this color spectrum into the rear? Kind of did. Not bad, actually. It's sort of helping to create the depth at the top. I like it. I think we'll roll with that for now. Okay, so let's get back on the characters. Let's focus on them. We're going to do a glare around this torch. And the way we're going to do that is one of two things. I want to create a sort of a okay. Actually, you know what? Get all this. Yep, keyboard definitely going bad. Okay. Okay, good. What else is there that's gonna be on top of the element? That. Okay. Alright. So this and this need to be in the tree. Okay. Okay, now I think we can pull it off. That's where failure to organize everything, it becomes apparent. Start doing things like that. right? Okay. Right there is where we want it. All right. So for this, we're going to do a gradient. And we're going to go down to like maybe 20%. Do 30. We sort of want to make everything look dark. And this is going to help us sell the look of the darkness in the picture, right? And so when we do the glare for the torch, it's going to look good. So without having an animated video intro, what would you suggest to use for an intro, Jared? Just your opinion. I'll be honest with you, Metro. It wouldn't... Now, I know this doesn't solve it short term, right? I get that. I realize you're probably trying to edit right this minute. It wouldn't be that hard to get a simple intro. Like, we could do something very simple with your animation, sort of like... Or your logo sort of like popping up and stretching. That would be a very, very easy thing to do if you wanted something like that, man. Like, it wouldn't be that difficult at all. I know that doesn't help you right now, but going forward, it wouldn't be that hard to make something, honestly. Let's see here. How much experience do I have in illustration? I've got about 2.5 or 3 years now. Star Wars is roughly where I'm sitting, about 2.5, 3 years, somewhere around there. There you go, Sass. You can do that as well. I mean, you know, there's some. It's not that hard to come up with something, honestly. Jay, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. That's the thing, is trying to get it to fit your brand or what you do. I am doing good, Jay. It is good to see you. We're drawing a picture. We're nowhere near done. Just so you'll see here. This is my daughter and my wife. They went away camping this weekend. My wife is terrified of the dark. My daughter is not. So we're drawing this picture of my wife and daughter sort of in the little people style. And we're putting them in the woods. My daughter's excited. My wife is not. We haven't given them hair and everything yet, right? But we're getting ready to do the illumination from the torch to help illuminate the scene a little bit. And then we're going to finish out the details on the characters. And then I'm going to send this to my wife while they're still camping. So she's probably going to be like, thanks. You know what I mean? They're bald little people. Right now they are. I'm going to give my wife hair. I'm not going to do her like that. Not going to do her like that. Okay. Let's see what this does. Will this work? Let's go with... Oh, that's because it's trying to draw on a gradient, which is not what I want. Let's go 10%. Hold on, let me exit Affinity real quick. I've been using Affinity all morning. It's running a little laggy. Well, that's it, Metro, right? Alright. So let's go here. We're going to try to do... I don't want the controller on. I don't want the stabilizer. Let me go away with it. Okay, much better. Turn that off for right. Uh-huh. Okay, so this is sort of what I want this to look like. Alright, let's go like... That was at PAX East when y'all did that? Right? Yeah. I'm not sure how we're going to do this yet. But my brain is sort of struggling here. Okay, I like the way that looks. The way that's sort of illuminating that. And then we can stretch it out, obviously, of course. Oh, y'all did y'all do sugar or powdered sugar? Jeez. You smell like sugar for days. That's funny. Oh, yeah, from the sugar. Yeah. How would the light look from this torch? How would this work? Because I like the way it's sort of illuminating this side of the picture. But I guess it would sort of... I like how it's sort of overcast on the characters right here, right? I think it's cool the way it works, but how would it cut through the scene here? Would it look sort of like that? Or would it sort of dissipate more? Nearly done? Right on, Annie. I think it'd be darker, more like 30%, I'd say. I feel like this would be in this general direction. It would fade. So yeah, it's going to do something like this then. Let's use, what is the transparency tool? Y? Hold on. That's better. I like that right there. You see that? Good. Good stuff. And then if we turn on this, you see how when we turn the darkness overlay on? So would this be in top of this? I'm thinking yes. Alright, so then what we would have to do, we'd have to modify these points up. So we get rid of these 2 points. You see that? So now we have this, with the darkness on, you can kind of see the dissipation from the torchlight going up, right? So then what we'll do is we will lock this, we'll turn it off for now, and we'll turn off the darkness layer. This way we can sort of focus on the picture as a whole. Or the characters, I should say. Alright, so we need to do hair. Ooh, it's going to be exciting. Let's do, how do we want this to look? I like that. I like the way that's looking. And if we turn all that on, I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. I like the way that looks. The way the light has that shimmer around the edges when it travels up the characters. And I like how it's illuminating this side of the picture. That makes sense, right? There's the torch, there's the light. Awesome. Okay, so now we need hair. Now this is going to be the fun part. My wife hates it when I draw her. Absolutely hates it. So, how am I going to do hair for these? Okay. I don't know if I want to use the pen tool, or maybe we'll just do circles. I have an idea. Let's do something like this. Let's just start drawing. That color, too, is too much for me. Let's do more like a sort of a for right now. Can I get a decent looking? That's about as good as it gets. Okay. So we'll start with this, and then I tell you what we're going to do. Watch this, guys. I used to do hair like this ages ago, and I still think it's a viable option. What we're going to do is, you can watch this, we're basically just going to take a bunch of little circles, and we're just going to drag them around to create the effect of hair on the character. Thank you, Metro. Yeah, as soon as I get done with this, Metro, I'll send you that you want the little subscribe click with the ding. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, but as far as that intro animation, Metro, honestly, that's going to really be dependent upon what it is you're looking to do. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could make stuff like that. I mean, you could make them, there's a lot of different softwares and stuff that you could utilize. You know, sort of have to pick what you want your look to be and then just go from there. The easy answer would be After Effects. And I say easy in the fact that that's what most people who make things like that, that's what they're going to make it with. Because that's the most widely used tool for making, you know, that style of animation. Fairly simple. Right, exactly. Yeah, and see, I did too. I didn't, like, if you see mine, like, I didn't want crazy, I didn't want, like, you know, anything too crazy. I wanted it pretty simple. I was happy with mine. And I liked the way mine sort of showcased the character being drawn. You know what I mean? Because that fits what I do. It fits the style that I personify and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with it. And luckily, you know, that's the one fun part about being creative and knowing how to do this stuff. Think, gamers. I mean, you can make stuff. So you kind of get an idea, right? And it's like, boom. And so I had an idea and I translated it to an animation. That was really early on in After Effects as well. I hope to be able to get there and do that stuff with OpenTunes. I really do. I'm trying to make motion graphics in OpenTunes. Don't know if it's a reality. I may just be a crazy man, but you know what? I'm a crazy man trying to do something, so... I don't know if I like these little eyes or not. I like the little pupils. I think we'll do them. I like them. Yeah, I like them. I like them. Because it'll help kind of control the direction of stuff. So we'll make hers a little bigger, and we'll kind of have her looking down or up over her shoulder. Yeah, cool. I like it. And we got Darcy's little hair here, so we're going to continue this down the neck. And we're just going to kind of go like this. And that's one way to do hair, right? And we got the little ear here. And of course, we can move the ear wherever we want to make sure that it fit. And then the one other element I think I would do is take this and give her a nice little cute earring, sort of hanging off the ear. And maybe not. Maybe not. I like the idea of it. Put it in. I didn't like it. So here's what we're going to do. Let's... Alright, so all of this need to move down above This? What are you? Oh, that's the eye. Okay, so we're going to take all of this, and we're going to group it with all of this. And the reason we do that is we keep that one solid asset going. You see that? So now if we turn the light and the darkness back on, you see that? How it sort of travels up the character. Thank you, Metro. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, it's, you know, it's what I wanted to try and do. It worked well for me. And plus, I like the idea of something custom. You know, like... And I know that not everybody... I get it. Nothing against people who didn't use custom. I like something that's custom. Because I want it to sort of signify what I do. Let's go like this and see if we can cut this shape out. I don't know what this is going to look like. I don't care. Anyways, around 100%. Okay. Kind of cool. We can work with it. Okay. So that is, yeah, that's definitely moving in the right direction. This is the only part I don't like, this overhang right here. So we can't really move those two down because it's right in the middle of the bend. I know what we can do. Let's do something like this. To give this front of this hair just a little more character. And we can kind of bend that down, maybe? Okay, cool. Alright, should we... What are we lacking? Missing? How you guys liking it? I think it's cute. I really like it. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. I like we have the foreground elements are working well to draw things into the foreground. I like how we've got the blur in the background. And I think we have that middle stage. So here's what I'm doing. For those that don't know how this composition works. We've got a blur on the foreground. We have a blur on the rear ground. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to draw all the attention to the center, which is where the characters are and where those two main trees are, right? So you're creating that separation between the two, and it's allowing you to sort of create all that action right there. I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Thank you, Jax. Appreciate that. Looks like something from a video game or something. Looks pretty cool. I like the light shafts. I like the stars. I like the moon. I like how it's hidden in the rear there. I think it looks really good. Just trying to think. My wife's got a sword. She'll laugh at that because if my wife was going to take something into the dark forest, it would be a sword. Because I know her. She's terrified of the darkness. Daughter's got the torch. She's smiling. Wife isn't sure. I think her mouth isn't right where I would normally like it. I think we'll move it here a little bit. And we'll actually put some teeth in that mouth. Better. I like that. Yep. Much better. Thank you, Saz. You guys are always supportive of what I do, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. Yeah, I like the teeth. Teeth are a nice touch. I think I'd like to have her eyes more in this general direction now. Yeah, she's looking left, like, you know, who knows. Wife's looking up, and that's general, maybe toward the trees or whatever. She's not real sure about something over here. Alright, cool. So let's take... That's more detail to the sword. Chipmunk and eater? Probably. This is so my kid though, Lynn. Like, she's like me. She enjoys adventure and exploring, and she's not scared of the dark or anything. My wife has been scared of the dark since the moment she was born. Like, she's scared of her own shadow. She always has been. And me and my daughter always give her crap about it because, like, she jumps at the littlest things. And so it was so funny when my wife was like, "Oh, we're going camping." And I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "You guys are going camping in the woods, in the dark? Really?" Now they're going with the troop, so there's other people there. No, there's other people. It's a Girl Scout camp. It's so there, there's other people, but still, my wife is gonna be like completely out of her element. It's fun. I'm excited. So here's the fun part, Lynn. Right? My wife's already sort of nervous about the dark and everything. I'm gonna send her this when I get done with it. So of course she'll be like, "Thanks, honey," because it was sort of when I started drawing this morning. It was like the first thing that came to mind was this image of them in the woods doing the camping thing. You know what I mean? And sort of the kid's perspective of it, right? Like being a kid and when you're a little kid in the forest, your mind would race, and just the normal your imagination would just go loose. You know what I mean? Beautiful from the original shape. Thank you, Loop. Yeah, it turns out really cool, right? And remember when we started this, Loop, you've been here the whole time. Like, I said we were just gonna roll with it, right? Just make shapes and see what happens. And here we go. We made this. So I'm happy with it. I don't think I'd want to do another version of it. I really like this one. I think we're just gonna... Yep. You see, it's funny with me, Lynn, is because, like, I don't put a lot of emphasis, and I'm not saying it's bad if people do. I don't put a lot of emphasis on, like, sketching and stuff for me as an artist, right? It works for me. What I do is I get an idea. So I knew when I started this morning, I wanted the two of them in the woods, her happy, my wife scared, right? That's what I knew I wanted. And then I was like, okay, how do we get to that point? And so I just started making, and then here we are. Because I enjoy the creative element of just creativity, and exploring as I go. Because sometimes I feel like when I sketch or I get too planning with it, that I sort of self-limit, right? Because I have this almost, I'm trying to stick too hard to one thing, so I just sort of... And the bad part about that is sometimes you hit a wall where you're like, I don't know what to do with this. But the fun part of that is you come up with things you didn't even realize, and it works well. Yeah. And I'm a fan of simplicity. Like, I don't like a lot of too much, so this works perfectly for me. I see one thing I would do. Yeah. Yep, 100%. Turn these off for a minute. I like it. We'll go here and here. Perfect. Now, hey, Rob, how are you, bud? Good to see you. Morning. We just got done creating this little cute thing. Let's see, what time is it? It is noon. I've been live for 2.5 hours. I got a little bit of time left. What else should we do for the rest of the time? Do we want to work on like a Lego character maybe? Or do we want to start another random drawing idea? You know what we could do? We could practice Inktober. That might be fun. Let's do, because we got Inktober coming up.
We got a host. Welcome, everyone.
Inktober? So the way I do Inktober is I will show you what I did last year for Inktober. My Inktober drawings look like this last year. So I did these last year for Inktober. I tried to make them look like ink, right? Like I tried not to lean too heavily. I did them digitally, but I still tried to make them look sort of inked or whatever, the case may be. Thank you for the host, Rob. Appreciate it, buddy. So these were like my Inktober drawings. The one I was probably most proud of, I really like the way this one turned out. It had a very sort of, the vibe I got was sort of like Coraline, or sort of a Tim Burton-ish sort of feel for whatever reason. But I really like the style, because it is my style. It was just done in a black and white with a very neutral color palette. But, yeah, those are pretty neat. We did some neat ones. So I think we'll probably lean on that same style for this year's Inktober, I think. I don't really, Prophets. I'm probably going to stick to just whatever the default one is. I thought about doing Vectober. Doing like a whole, trying to see if people would kind of get into that thing. Like doing it in Inktober, but calling it Vectober. And kind of see, what kind of interest there is in that thing. I don't know. Let's go here to the stream, the slideshow, and we'll call this camping. Inktober. So Inktober is done every October. There is an event called Inktober. And I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. So I can pull their website so you can see it. So right here, every October, there's an event called Inktober. And what they do is you do 31 days, 31 drawings. And every day there's a different prompt, right? So you're going to see like the rules. Now, their rules are making a drawing in ink. You can do a pencil under drawing if you want, whatever. So their rules are supposed to be ink. I don't follow those rules. I just have fun with it. And here are the prompt list, right? So every day there's a different word, and you're supposed to draw a picture based off that word. Okay? So I think next year I'm going to get a little better. Well, I've still got time. Not till... I could do my own prompt list and call it like Vectober. We might do that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do something like that, or should we just roll with what Inktober's already done? Yeah, Annie, I do it too. Exactly, Rob. It's just every day. Every day. So basically, you get a word. So like if we look at the very first, that's what we might do that, Macho. We might try that. So if we look at the official list, the very first word is ring, right? So you're doing 31 days, 31 drawings. So the whole goal here is to just spawn creativity. You know what I mean? And so the trick is you look at that one word and you draw something based off that word. And there's a drawing every day. That's really what it is. Let me brainstorm on that today. I might come up with my own list. And we might do our own little thing on it if people want to get involved. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, let's practice it. So, if we look at 2016's list, I mean, you can see the words. I mean, I think I did 2017, I did 2018. So I think this year, does that mean what do you guys think? Should I use their official list? Probably not, right? Should we come up with our own? I'll work on it. I've got some ideas. Alright, so let's put this here. There it is. Close this guy up. Don't save it. Okay. Sorry, just kind of doing some maintenance here real quick. Let's go vector, how much standard. I'll tell you what we'll do, since we got a little bit of time left. I think we'll kick over here to the old Lego stuff we used to do. And I think we might try to finish some of these up, because this is where we did, because Foxy wanted a fox. If you guys have any Lego suggestions, like character suggestions, let me know. we can try to make some. For those that don't know, we make Lego characters as well. So we've done some Star Trek stuff. We've done, like, you know, Vault Boy. We've done Kratos, Lego, Master Chief Lego, that kind of stuff. Of course, you guys will recognize this. Or some of you will. This is Metro Birdman, 7 of 7. This is where his little Lego come from.
How you doing, Mr. 7?
And then here's Metro as Iron Man. I'll do a darker. I like that better. So, what are we gonna do for... Yes, you do, Rob. There it is. Yep. So they're all made from this template right here. JerHenning of Lego. So I did this one of me and my daughter. It was very quick, though. We could redo it. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Yeah. They're fun to do. Why don't we do a better version of me and my kid? Let's do a better version. I like that idea. We'll do it. We'll do it. So let's take... I'll show you all how this process works, in case anyone's wondering. We will go to this. Because some of you, I don't think you've seen this. So it'll be cool for you guys to kind of see how this process works. Alright. So we'll go first template, second template, me and Darcy, and all the way to the top. Good. First template, second template. Just doing a little bit of file management. Tony Stark. Oh, yeah, we could. We can put it on the list right here. Okay, let's do... So I want to show you guys how easy this is. All right, I built this in a way so that you see how this hand looks three-dimensional, right? That's all done with mask colors. So I want to show you guys what I mean by that. If we select the hand and we go with the flesh tone, you see how the shading automatically works, right? That's because of the way that I did the mask. We can change it to primarily any color, and you're going to see the shading stay consistent. So the way I did that was I hand drew these masks in here, and I did colors with opacity. So what that does is it allows me to basically quickly prototype pretty much any kind of Lego character. So for me, we'll go here. So again, if we go here, so right there, the hands are already done. You see that? So again, with the face, now the face is going to be slightly different. Because they're going to be sort of this color, right there. See? But you can see how quickly we can start to prototype this. Now, for me, let's do my logo, because I like the fact that my logo is there. We'll put my logo on my shirt. We'll center it. We'll do a better version, because this one was made very hastily. Like, this wasn't really well done or anything. Okay, so for my shirt, what color would I have my shirt? If I were going to have a shirt. My favorite color is green. So, but green doesn't work very well with that logo, unless you do more of a... maybe this style. We'll go with that for now. Alright, then we're going to select these and go slightly darker. You see that? And then here, it's going to be here slightly darker. And you can see how quickly you can start to pull these characters together. But again, that's because we built the template this way that allows us to sort of do this. And then you can see with 7, where's 7 at? 7, we actually drew that pencil in his hand, but we made it look almost three-dimensional, like it was going back through the scenery, through the image, right? We didn't do anything like that with that, no. Kind of left that the way it was. So, for me, I don't have hair, I have a beard. So let's take... eyes do we want to use? like these. We'll put these up here, and I think we'll modify them accordingly. Alright. So we'll come about midway down the face. I'd say right about there. Now, let's work on this and this. Oh, no, this. We'll go with just a nice dark brown. Yeah, that style there. Done. Yeah, pretty much, right? Well, let me check to make sure my wife hasn't texted me or anything. Oh, they must be having too much fun. They forgot about me, right? With the pink pants and everything, Annie? We're going to change that up a little bit. Got a vector. I love vector art. Like, I think it's fascinating when people come in here. That's a funny question. So, how many of you really knew what vector art was before you started coming around here, or sort of learned about it from somebody? Always curious on that. Because I think a lot of people, they don't really... Some people just don't know. You know what I mean? Right. They don't understand the differences of the variations. Because there aren't many people on Mixer that do a lot of vector stuff. There are some. But I learned from a book, right? Yep. I was totally fascinated by it when I started getting back into art. I saw it, and I was like, what is this? How do I do this? And then I started learning about it, and I slowly progressed from like Inkscape and into Illustrator, and just sort of just kept learning and learning different softwares, and eventually just moved toward a goal. Lego characters a lot. Yeah, right. I think we're going to redo the beard. I don't like... It looks too serious. This looks... I made this for Kratos. It looks too... Or do I look too serious? And I really want to. And I know this breaks the Lego... I know this breaks Lego because I try to stay as true to the Lego as possible, the Lego form. But I really feel like I need a more glorious beard than what a little Lego face can offer me. You learned a lot of vector during me. Yeah, that makes complete sense, Rob. Alright, we're gonna get weird for a minute. We're gonna get weird for just a minute. And we're gonna make this face. Alright, and then we're gonna... I have an idea. Let's play with it.
We got a
Blue, thank you for the host.
follower.
Jeff, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the support. It's going good, man. It's going good. We just got done drawing a picture. I'll open it up and show you. We just got done drawing a picture of my wife and daughter camping, because they've gone camping this weekend. So we did sort of a cute, stylized version of that, which is... Quick story, my daughter loves the dark and things like that, my wife doesn't. So you can kind of see the contrast between the characters, right? And we tried to give it sort of a dark and ominous, sort of spooky look. So that was fun. And now we're sort of messing around with the Lego characters. I make little custom Lego character looks, you know? And so we're sort of playing around with turning me into a Lego character. That's what I'm thinking, Metro. Yeah, we're just having fun. Just having fun. If she was in the forest, Rob, she absolutely would. She absolutely would. Absolutely. My wife does not do dark or forest whatsoever. Like, it gives her anxiety. She just, no. This is called Affinity Designer. I'll drop you a link, Chef. This is a paid software, very similar to Adobe Illustrator. It's a one-time charge of $50. You own it, no updates, no other cost. You own it, that's it. So, pretty cool stuff. Rock on Shadows, hey, thank you for the host. I appreciate that, buddy. Auto host, thank you so much. Appreciate that support. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop this below where my mouth would be. Yeah, of course, you're welcome. If anybody out there has questions, feel free to ask. Like, always welcome to answer questions here. Now, let's do a more robust mustache since I have a robust mustache. So we're going to start center. I think robust is the right word, right? So let's do a nice... I want to leave plenty of room for, like, a mouth. So we're going to go like this. And we'll carry it over and we'll create one solid shape like this. We need to do more Lego characters, honestly. These are super fun to make. And I think a lot of people really enjoy it. So we need to make that a thing again. Leaving out for work, checking out the suite. Well, thank you, Chef. I appreciate that. Much, much appreciated, folks. Okay. So what kind of mouth should we give me? I sort of want to do a smile. Or should we just do a more sort of... Let's do it like... There you go, Luke. There you go. Okay. Put this here. Now that looks angry at first, right? But we're gonna make that look better, I promise. So what we'll do, we'll experiment first with just putting a couple teeth in there. He looks angry. Angry. We don't like that. We're not trying to make the Hulk here. We want more of a smile. Yeah, but technically we're bending the rules a little bit. I mean, I thought about even giving him some ears. Yeah, that's what it looks like, Lynn, right? Arrgh. I know what we'll do. Okay, watch this. Here's exactly how we're going to do it. We're going to shave the top off of this. Whoops. This is a nice way to do a happy looking sort of... Because my mustache definitely hangs over my lip, as you can see. Right? Alright, now watch this. I don't even think I want to do this in traditional black. I think we're going to go with a red. Yep. And then we'll put a nice little tongue in there. A happy little tongue, right? Now we'll do the teeth. What do you think? I like it. Perfecto. Yeah. Not angry looking. I don't do angry often. Once in a while. My kid can get me there. My wife can get me there pretty good. But it's the rarity. I don't like being angry. Doesn't really solve anything, you know? Alright, so let's do some... I want to put some little, like... Right, yeah. And you certainly could. So you know what happened to me the other day? I've almost broken... I meant to tell you this, Metro. I've almost broken 500 subscribers on YouTube. Which to me is astounding. And you know what's hilarious? Is that one video. That one video. The one you're using for the shortcut one? That's the one that's really propelling my channel right now.
YouTube.
People constantly talk about what a good video it is to learn from. I guess people really enjoy that one. So I need to make some more of those, honestly, for like shortcut in general. Yeah, that's what people say. They tend to love that one. You always grumpy most of the time. You know, I used to be a very grumpy person, Annie, and I realized that the older that I got, that, you know, you only get one opportunity to really live through life and to enjoy it, right? So I quit being grumpy and I learned how to smile a little more and be a little nicer, you know, and it really helps because, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? Life's too short to be grumpy all the time. You know, it does. It goes a real long way. You know, and it can be a really hard thing to try and force yourself to be happier, but it really is worth it in the long run because it makes everyone around you better. You know, and people gravitate towards you when you're when you're a genuinely nice person because people want to be happy, right? And they enjoy someone that makes other people happy and things like that, really. So try it. Might work out for you.
Smile is a beautiful day.
See? How can you not smile when you hear that? That should make the whole room smile. It's such a beautiful thing, you know? Yeah, I mean, you know, life's too short. Smile, laugh, be happy. I love that one. That one and the Remember You Are Awesome are my literal two favorite things my daughter's ever recorded. This one's pretty good too.
How you doing, Mr. 7?
How you doing, Mr. 7? I think that was hilarious. And we're pretty soon here. We're gonna have one for Metro. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get her to say for that one. We're gonna surprise you with that one, Metro. Oh yeah, well, that's partially due to me and my wife, Rob. We've really put it in her, you know, yes sir, yes ma'am, Mr., ma'am, Mrs., you know, because like to us that's really important. You know, we want her to be as respectful as long as she can be. And it's kind of weird because when we go out, like a lot of people don't teach their kids that really anymore. So like she'll be out and she'll say, "Well, thank you, Mister," you know, and it's funny because people will be kind of like, "Wait, what?" You know, but I think it I don't know. I think it's nice. It's nice to be nice, you know, and I want her to be nice. All right, Annie, take care, buddy. Yeah. Mr. 7. Yeah. She's a trip. Yeah, 100%, Metro. And I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, you know? And that's the way I was raised. Like, even today, you know, I'm not a young buck anymore, but like even today, when I talk to people, like if I speak to somebody older than me, it's always, yes ma'am, yes sir, you know, it's the way I was raised, you know? All right, Chef, take care. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. The way I was raised, yeah. I mean, yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, we need more of that. We need people to be polite.
We got a new follower.
The whole world needs it. For sure. Mischief Maker, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. It was like, I'll tell you all a story once. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It's just the way that I am. So I was at Disney World. This will tell you something. I was at Disney World. I'm doing really good, Mischief Maker. I was at Disney World, and I was in the bathroom, and I felt so bad. There was a guy who looked like he had cerebral palsy or something. He was in a wheelchair. Y'all are gonna... This made me so angry when I saw it. The guy, because he couldn't walk, he had to leave his wheelchair outside of the thing, outside of the stall, right? And he had to crawl on the floor to the toilet in a men's bathroom in a Disney World, right? So I walk in, and there's this entire line of people waiting to go to the restroom. And I'm near the back of the line, right? So I'm like, okay, and I don't see this at first, but there's an entire line of people. So once I round the corner and I see this man on his hand trying to crawl across his bathroom floor to get to the toilet, right? I walk over, I pick the guy up off the floor, and I set him on the toilet, you know? And I kind of look around, I turn around, and I look at all these people who are in line in front of me, and I just kind of shake my head. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's this whole room of people here, and not one person could pick this guy up off the floor and put him on the toilet. I mean, you know, what's wrong with you people? It's like, you know, it's like this guy, he shouldn't be crawling on the floor. I mean, he's a human being. Pick him up off the floor. I mean, it's not his fault he's in the situation he is. You know, and he kind of looked at me, he was like, thank you so much. I was like, of course. And then when he was done with the bathroom, I went over there, I picked him up and put him in his wheelchair. Because I was like, I mean, what, you know, humanity, people. We gotta have humanity, you know? And so my daughter, you know, I've raised her that same way. It's like, you know, you see somebody like that needs help, help them. Because people need help. We all do. Yeah. 100%, man. Yeah, that angered me, man. Because that, I mean, there must have been 15 people in front of me. All on their phone, too busy. Just too busy to pay attention what was right in front of them. When I rounded the corner and I saw that, I didn't even think twice about it. You know, I was like, guy shouldn't be crawling across the floor, you know? And he was old, too. He was probably 60. And I'm thinking to myself, I sure as heck, now I'm a big guy, so I don't know if somebody's going to be able to pick me up off the floor when I'm 60 years old. But, long story short, you know, I was thinking to myself, man, I hope if I'm 60 years old and I'm crawling on the floor in a bathroom, somebody could pick me up and put me on a toilet. You know what I mean? Like, I would hope that somebody would have enough sentiment to do that for me. Instead of just letting me crawl around on the floor, you know? Like, and I told my wife about it, and I was just like, God almighty. Yeah. Yep. I think people, they get too, you know, we tend to get too selfish in our own wants and needs, and we tend not to look at what other people around us may need, or how something so small could help somebody, you know? Just saying, hey, how's your day? You know, or hey, what can I do for you? You know what I mean? People, they really don't understand just how powerful something like that can truly be, you know, and just being there to help somebody. Now, I never wear long sleeve shirts, so I want to try something. Can I make this look like skin? I'm practicing with this right now. Give me a second here. She thought I needed help. Yeah. You know, and that's the thing, man, is that, like, you surround yourself with good people. People that want to help other people, and, you know. I'm trying to make this look like skin. I don't know if this is going to work. Does that come across as like a sleeve shirt, or does that just look weird? Hey, Coach, how are you? It's going well. We've been streaming for a little while now. Thank you for that, host. Yeah. Not a fan. Not a fan. Revert. Abort. We'll just leave long sleeve shirts. How's that? We drew this earlier. This is a picture of my wife and daughter camping. My wife being a scaredy cat, my daughter being anxious to go run off into the dark woods. Your personality. He does. Drawing a blank here. Give me a minute, folks. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I like that better. I don't have hair, so we're just gonna leave a Lego top on there. We're gonna put that there. Let's work on the pants. Now I want to give me a belt because I commonly wear a belt. Let's get the color of the pants right first. We'll go here and we'll put in a belt. Yeah, you don't like the pants, Lynn? Come on. They might match my toes. I've got bright purple sparkle toenail polish on right now, thanks to my my wonderfully amazing kid. Misinterpreted. So this and this, we're going to go with the same color here. Yep, and then that shading, see, this is where that shading isn't going to work right. I should have done this differently. I should do 100%. Okay, yeah, I've got to redo the shade. Give me a second. I actually need to redo the shade. I need to redo the shade. I need to redo the shade, period. Okay. We're going to go with what? 30? 30. Try 40. 40. 40. 40. Okay, good. So these are just going to be lighter variations of this. Yeah, it's that centerpiece where the legs swivel. It's sort of... It was the only way I could sort of effectively design it. See, this is where... What is this? This is on 20. So if I take it... Yeah, see, I should have done a different color for the... Here, 30. And we'll go here and 30. Which still gets the shading, right? Okay, still looks cool. Now, I want these to be flesh toned. Because I am normally barefoot or flip-flops. I only wear shoes to work. Little known fact about me. I wear flip-flops round the clock, round the year. I wear flip-flops in the snow. I wear flip-flops in the freezing cold. I only wear shoes when I go to work. So, now you know. Drives my wife nuts. Okay, so we're going to go like that, and then we'll do like a little... Nope. Not too bad. Whatever works. I love flip-flops. I own... It's so funny. You know, most people have like a shoe. They've got a whole bunch of shoes. I literally have about probably 8 pairs of flip-flops. Because what I do is in the summer, I go and buy them when they hit the sale. Right? So I'll go get them. No, not all the same brand. I've got a couple Reefs. I've got some Nike ones, some Reef ones. I've got some, different brands. And what I'll do is, so I live on the beach. So here we have a lot of like the surfer brands, Reef and all those different surf brands, right? So what I'll do is right when summer hits, they go way up in price. And then when winter comes, they drop down to like a quarter of the price. So what I'll do is go down on the beach, buy a whole bunch. I'll buy like 8 pairs and I'll keep them throughout the winter. And then I've probably got 8 extra pair in there right now. So when a pair breaks or goes bad or something, I just pull out a new pair and rock and roll. Yep. Yep. But see, for me, I grew up in Buffalo. So I like the cold weather. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's not like some people. My wife hates the cold. I love it. You're from Western New York? Yeah, I grew up in, so I lived in Savona for a while. I lived in Bath. I lived right outside Buffalo. Yeah. You can't do the Peace Queen of Toads. Really, Graham? You're from Elmira. I know right where that is, Rob. My mom and all my uncles and everybody were born in Bath. All of them. And we were just there, actually, Rob, for a family reunion. What, a month ago? We were up in Bath, and we were in, Corning. Bath, Corning area. We were up there on Cuca Lake, and then we had to go up to a wedding up on, in Rochester. Really? How you doing, Graham? Good to see you, buddy. No one knows the Corning, Elmira area. Oh, yeah, I used to go to, what was that? It's been a while, Graham. Horseheads. I know right where that is. Yep. So, Mischief, I lived, yeah, we lived all over New York. I lived in Pennsylvania and New York. We're Tevas. I've got a pair of Tevas, Sass. Yep. Birkenstocks, yep. I don't wear the strappy ones, Lynn. I don't really like the strappy ones. Corning, beautiful. It's a beautiful little town. Tevas is a brand. That's a brand profit. Crisscross straps, right. I do have a really cool pair of, yeah, right, Rob? I've been to Horsehead. Savona. I lived in Savona when I was in middle school. You live in northern Maine. So I lived in Savona and Bath when I was in middle school. That would have been early 90s? 91, 92? And then, let's see, we moved up near Buffalo. And then we moved down to North Carolina. And we've been here ever since. Yeah, Grim. See, I'm with you on that, dude. I wear big shoes. Like, most of my flip-flops are 13s and 14s. So the first thing I say when I go into a shoe store is, it's like, do you have really big shoes? If not, I'm out. Like, I can't shop. And I have to have wide. Which limits a lot of the stores that I go into. Yep. I feel your pain there, man. Yeah. See, my mom used to work for the U.S. Postal. She delivered mail in Buffalo and Corning and all those areas. So she started out with the U.S. Postal Service in Corning, New York. And then when we transferred up to Buffalo, she worked up there. My mom would deliver mail in the freaking snow in the middle of the winter in Buffalo. I don't know how that woman did it. I don't know. I don't have a clue, but she did it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Graham. My mom was a trooper, man. Because I don't know. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Graham. I looking back on it now, being a little kid, you don't realize, you don't see that. But looking at it now, I know how hard that must have been on my mom. I can only imagine. Yeah. They used to walk it. That was back in the day, they'd have to walk house to house. Like, wow. She did it, though. She did it. She was a trooper. Let's go. I want to make this look like the lighter part of the belt. I guess we'll do it with colors. So yeah, real quick, folks. If anyone has any questions for me, let me know. Just sort of zoned out drawing here. Kind of talking and having some nice conversation. But thank you all for being here. Thanks for being a part of the stream. I really do appreciate that support. Means a whole lot to me. Holes in the belt. Nice. We're probably getting a little too detailed with the belt, but you know what? I'm having fun with it, so that's what we're gonna do. Now for the flops. I notice you make big squares and then it looks like you mask it. Why that over just making a shape? So it depends on what I'm trying to do. Honestly, Rob, I'll show you. So like if I'm, because I have the ability to mask, right? So like this right here, it can be a square. Like a lot of times if I do shading and stuff, I'll show you. So if we make a new file like a, this right here, right? And we take a ball. Let's say we take a ball like this. I don't really care what the shape looks like as long as I get the result I'm looking for, right? So like even if, like let's say I want this right here to be a thin shade on this side of the ball. Sometimes I'll draw it out like this. I don't care what the shape looks like out there because it's going to get masked, right? So everything I do runs on a mask. So then I would just take the shape and mask it in there. You see? So I don't really care what the overall shape looks like, or if I use a square to do it. So like, let's say I want this to just be this way. I'll do the same thing. Because I really, ultimately, the goal is to get, sometimes just being lazy, if you will. I just want to get to that end result. And sometimes I'll hand draw things out, you know? And then there's even times that I'll do, if I want it to be really precise, I'll do something like this. I'll cut it, darken that, and then cut that and put it in. See? Oh, masking with this is ridiculously easy. Very, very easy. You know, and the really cool part about masking is, it's like I was showing people one day, you know, once you've masked something in here, you can still do your math. You can still do your everything you would do in here. So like, let's say we had this light blue square, right? You could still do things like this, and then you could still resize it. You could still group them. You could still do all this. And of course, it's a child to that parent. Well, you know, you could still change the colors. You could do mathematical equations while they're masked. So we could do this, you know? Or we could still rotate or resize or whatever the case may be. You can do all that right within that shape. And you can just quickly take something and say, well, you know, I want this here, cut it, and paste. There you go. Right? Yeah. So that's why I do it that way. It's sort of, I don't want to say lazy, but it has allowed me to kind of be lazy with the way I make shapes because I can be. Yeah, it's a really cool feature. Yeah, 100%. But, you know, I don't know if you were here that day we were talking about it, Rob. It's the one good part about Affinity is they've been able to look at what Adobe does and does well, and they've been able to say, hey, how can we make that easier, right? And so that's kind of what they've done is they've started looking at how do we do it better? How do we do it more efficient? How do we, you know what I mean? And so what they do, yeah, so they're looking at, instead of copying it, they're like, okay, how do we make it more efficient? How do we do this better? And I think that's really cool because it's going to ultimately give everybody a product that has more functionality, you know, or quicker functionality, I think is the key word. Because we were talking that day about how it's not easy for Adobe to just gut. I mean, they can't just change the way things work, right? Because they're going on 20 years of functionality. So they can't just say, hey, we're going to change feature A completely. Because then you're completely changing the way people do something. And you're talking about thousands of people that have a learned process. So they can't just change something, you know. It makes sense. All right. And so, like, even here, right. It's not as easy for them to change it, right? So even for something like this, like, let's say we wanted to put some little highlights. Yeah, and, you know, not just that, but, like, the people that use it for a living, that use it to do corporate stuff, like, they don't want to learn. And I mean, to them, they're on autopilot, if you will. You know, they sit down, they do a job, they're given a task, they know exactly how to do it. They don't want to relearn those processes, and I don't blame them, quite frankly. You know, they're there to do a job. They're not signing up to learn a new software. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. And so it's not as easy for them to say, Adobe could come out right now and go, hey, we got a better way to do this. But we'd have to gut it and redo it. That ain't gonna happen, man. Because and that's one of the inherent issues with Adobe, is that while it still works, some of the functionalities and features are really old, but they have to be. So yeah, it's you know, it is what it is. We're not getting into who's better, who's worse. It's just the way that it is, you know, in my opinion. I like this a lot better than this one. Should we put headphones on me? Since you guys always see me streaming? Let's do little headphones. That'll be fun. Let's make them. So, let's start with... My headphones are what? Black? Yeah, they're black. So let's do little black headphones. Why not? This will be a fun little piece. Okay. Go to the back.
Oh,
We'll get this thing signed right. We'll get this set up.
Everyone.
Right. Yeah. Double Drat, thank you for the host. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's go here. And we'll go with this. So, one step out. Yep. And then this will be here. So we'll put this here. And if we move these out, you can sort of see what that's doing. It's creating that look of a headphone, right? So if we group these two together and we slide back, you see that? So now it's already sort of completing that task that we needed. We'll take this back a little bit. And you can see I'm just sort of manipulating the shapes. Yeah, but the way I attribute it, Rob, is you know how all creators have sort of their own process, right? Mine is sort of a mixture of like what I've learned over time, you know, from watching other people, and just sort of the way that I sort of make the things that I make, you know. It's sort of that learned process that you get through just trial and error. And I think what's so fascinating is every time you draw, you just tend to, at least for me, every time I draw, I just develop new ways of doing things. And I think that's really, really cool, being able to do that. For the first time, we're able to learn from each other. Yes. Yep. And, you know, I think that art is more accessible, obviously, than it ever has been. And the ability to... And not to get off on a tangent here, but that's the thing I really like about having a stream, is that, you know, I have the ability to reach and help people grow way beyond people that I meet in everyday life, right? So somebody can come into the stream and they can go, hey, I really like what you're doing there. It's pretty cool. What is it? And I can tell them about it. And then I can tell them about a free application to go and get started with it. And I can tell them, hey, this is how you kind of do it. Or they may say, how do you shade this? How do you do that? And you can sort of help people get moving in that direction. You know what I mean? And I think it's really cool because it allows growth for not only you, but for other people. And I think that's what's so cool about it. And what I like about it. That's my favorite part of streaming, I think, is meeting people and being able to inspire other people. And get them creating, you know? Why not? Because I'm not one of those people that holds my secret dear. Like, I'm glad to show people, hey, this is how I do this. Or this is how I do this. Because I think that it, you know, I'm sure at some point it'll pay itself forward. You know, maybe I'll meet somebody one day and they'll share some of their wealth of information with me, you know? And if not, then I can just be happy that I helped other people. And then that's okay too. Right. Yeah, and that is 100% true. Like, and that's the thing is that, I think creativity can be learned to a point, but it still takes that initiative and drive. Hey, Clayton, thank you for the sparks. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. But, it's like I tell people all the time when they come in and they say, hey, I want to do this. And they're like, well, how do I do this? And it's like, well, you could certainly learn how to do this. Do you have the time and the willpower to do it, to learn it? That is the key. Is do you have the drive to continue to do this? You know what I mean? Right. And that's where, and I always tell people, like, I give up time playing games. I give up time doing other things because you guys don't see a lot of my drawing when I'm not on stream. Like, there's a lot of times I'm not on stream and I'm just learning. I'm grinding away on animations, like this dragon animation right here, right? I spent a long time learning that animation, probably longer than I'd like to admit. But I learned a whole lot making that animation. And it's one of those things valuable to me because I have a better understanding of how to do something like that now. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of time I spend off stream doing things that people never see. But that's, the point. You got to keep learning. Right. Yep. But I think the cool part there too, Rob, is that when people are interested or are creative and they just genuinely don't know how to start, like how to even take that step into creative, like, or into digital art. It's so cool to be able to give people that push, because like even something as simple as how do I make a transparent file, or how do I, what is DPI, or how do I manipulate that, or you know what I mean? Just little questions like that. Those are the things that can be really valuable to help somebody get better, and it's the little things that you just don't know. Yep. Cool. So we'll get rid of this guy. So that's a much better version of me. What do we think? Than what was there. Much, much better. Now, I want to work on some details in the beard. That other one was super, super quick. It was basically just having fun with it. And it was also, what? A year ago? So you figure how much growth you have in a year, Wow. Crazy. Alright, so let's take this guy. Not digging that.
Patreon.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Right there. I think what I'm actually going to do is I think I'm going to bump these out a bit more. Right here, Rob. That way they have a little more depth on the side. You see that? That way they're just a little bit thicker. No, you're good. Sometimes it's nice to have that little voice back here, right? Because I'm sure anybody that does this kind of stuff, you get so intently focused on one thing that sometimes you don't look at the bigger picture. Not only that, this is very true, and I can attest to this. When you're working on a piece for a long time, like several hours in a row, it starts to become sort of I don't know what the word is, stagnant, but you sort of don't begin to look at the fine details anymore because you've been looking at it for so long and working on it that it sort of starts to become, everything just kind of meshes together, if you will. The best way I know how to explain it. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do there. Let me check one thing real quick, folks. Give me 1 second. Check. Nothing there. Huh, okay. Good. So we're going to redesign her as well, I think. We need to make her look better than what she does now. I think we will. I think we will. Let me get up and stretch for a minute, folks. Stretch my legs, grab some more coffee. I will be right back. Give me 1 second.
We got a new follower. We got a host. Welcome, everyone.
Alright, we're back. Clayton, thank you for the follow. Beckis, how are you, buddy? Thank you for the host, sir. Yeah, hey, man. Good to see you. Guys, if you're not following Beckis in Norway, please do.
Host. Welcome, everyone.
Really, really cool guy. Great content creator here on the platform. Check him out, please. You will not regret it. Big supporter of what we do here. All around, genuinely nice guy. Hellraiser, what's up, bud? Thank you for the host. Good to see everybody. We've been drawing for a while now. We're just sort of grooving along. We made this. It's sort of a cute piece today. It's kind of funny, I guess. So my wife and daughter went camping for the weekend, and so this is sort of a cute cartoony illustration of my wife who doesn't really like the dark or the forest, and then my kid who's really excited to go running into the dark forest. So it's sort of the polar opposites of the two, right? Good fun, though. Good fun. And now we made me into a Lego character, like a lot of Lego characters we used to do. And so we're getting ready to sort of redesign Darcy's Lego character. Just kind of messing around today. Nothing too crazy. Great, my body aches. Ooh. You need to, yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Metro? See, this color's wrong too. I should have done this differently. Alright, well, you know what? No better time to fix it than now. So let's go here, here. 30% is correct. 30% is correct. Good. 30%. 30%. Sorry, guys. Gotta fix some of that. Get rid of those eyes. I think we're going to get rid of this mouth. We're going to do something completely different for her. Other snippets of clips on the screen. I need an overlay for that. Can I edit that in Shotcut? Okay, so hold on. So on an outro video, like showing other snippets of clips on the screen. So you're saying like showing multiple clips? Like maybe a 1920 by 1080 screen size with like little clips, like little windowed clips, or showing one clip at a time, like rotating in and out, or what do you, how are you? Yeah, windowed clip. Yes, you can do that. You can input the files and then you can custom set the, on the overlay, what size you want multiple boxes to be. Yeah, that is possible. I will probably... Let me... I'm trying to think of how I could show you that. Yeah. If it's not completely possible for what you want to do in Shotcut, it would be doable in DaVinci Resolve, which is also free. But yes, it is doable, for sure. I think we'll go like this. Alright, cut them out of there, put them there. Cool. That way I can sort of group these together. So, is this already one group? It is. Great. So let's just take the eyes. Let's get them right on the head. Let's get the sizing and everything where we want it. I don't know if I want to do eyes like this or not, or how I want these to look. I don't know. I think what we'll do sort of a bigger smile for her. So we'll cut this, and we're gonna use the same colors we used for my mouth to create her little smile, I think. So what we'll do is we'll grab that same red, we'll copy that same tongue out, and we'll put it in there. See that? That way we can quickly sort of get her mouth where it needs to be. Good. Now for her, we're going to emphasize the fact she's missing her front teeth. So we'll in. Okay, cool. Up, down. Nice. I want to do these little cute, but I don't think it fits. Kind of go there. Good. Now the hair I don't like, so we're gonna need to redesign her hair a little. So I think what we'll do is let's break this apart. Get rid of these eyelashes. As for her, I want to do a little bigger. Get rid of those. And we'll grab where is it? Here it is. Grab this color. And see if we can't draw some maybe dimples or something. Hey there, Rain. How are you? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Thank you for coming out today. Appreciate y'all being here. Chilling? Right on. Yeah, I'm just, we're doing this. We worked on a drawing earlier. We're just kind of playing around with the Lego stuff right now. Didn't get to stream last night, so I wanted to do a nice stream today. I will have to get some lunch soonish. I am getting hungry. So what we'll do when we're done is we'll find somebody to host. Not yet, but here in a little bit. I think my dogs are going to want to go for a walk too. Tried to walk 2 Great Danes before. That's exciting. Okay, cool. Liking the way that face looks. Right, like that. And then I want to redo this shirt. This was sort of a quick came to mind design. I want to redo the way that works. Never owned a Great Dane. They're fun dogs. They're obviously big dogs. They eat a lot. They make a lot of noise. They're good though. They're good dogs. They're real chill dogs. If you're into like dogs that don't make a lot of noise and dogs that don't, you know, they're not very hyper dogs. You know, they lay around, they relax and that kind of stuff. There's Odin right there. You must have heard us talking about him. Like they don't run around and make a lot of noise or anything. I mean, you know, they're pretty quiet. They will bark, or at least these two do, if like somebody comes to the door and that kind of stuff. But like other than that, they're pretty hum ho, pretty normal. Right, buddy? You big boy? You are. We'll go for a walk. I promise. Okay? Yep. Let Daddy finish. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like that better. Looks excited, which is fitting for her. I don't like the color, though. The color is what's really clashing for me. That's better. Okay, good. Alright. How do we want to do this? She usually wears like little pig's tails. She has curly hair.
Oh, we got a host.
Let's go with... Let's take... Pretzel Crab. Thank you for the host. You own a chocolate lab named Coco. Oh, very cool. Never owned a lab. Never owned any sort of labs. Personally. Thank you for that host. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. So let's change her shoe to be something sort of like a shoe, right? Or, you know what we'll do? How's the day treating you? Treating me really well. Treating me really well. We're just sitting here finishing this up. We finished the drawing earlier, and so now we're kind of working on a couple Lego characters, a Lego version of me and my daughter. And we drew this earlier. We drew this camping picture of my wife and daughter. They're off camping this weekend. Sort of a funny picture based around the woods and the dark and camping and all that stuff. I'm gonna send it to my wife here soon, who's a big chicken. She's afraid of the dark, so she'll get a kick out of that. Hey, Jay. Guys, that's another one. Another shout out right there. If you're not following Jay, do. Crazy. Big friend of the stream. Really good streamer. Super fun to hang out with. Go check her out, guys. You won't regret it. Definitely. Thank you. But I'd love to see creative type streams. Well, thank you, Console. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, it's different for sure. It's a different pace and everything. It's good fun, though. I get a lot of really cool people that hang out in here, and they're really supportive of it and things like that. I appreciate the kind words. You don't have to lie to them. Bah. I talked to her quite a bit, Metro. I just don't think streaming is where it's at right now in her, her grand scheme of things. But I'm not sure on that, You're scared of the dark too? Hey, nothing wrong with that. My wife is almost 40 and she's afraid of the dark, She's been afraid of the dark her whole life, But she just doesn't, it's not something that she enjoys. She doesn't like the dark. She's scared of her own shadow. And it's fine. Me and my daughter give her crap once in a while, but we're pretty supportive of it. We know how it is. Yeah, she is. Smurp is great. Big fan. I think she just is kind of taking a step back, more focused on family and home life and that kind of stuff right now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's, So how are you, Jay? What have you been up to? Okay. I think we're going to put like a little unicorn or something on this. I'm doing good. We're doing really good. Just, staying busy, working and, working. Working. About it. That tends to be the main theme, work. So anybody looking forward to any new games? Anybody excited about anything? There's only one game that I'm actually excited for anymore. Alright, cool. I like the way that's going to look. Let's go with... What we'll do is we'll make these a little bigger. Split this out some. Make this match her shirt, I think. Make it look like she's got a little bit of a... like some buns back there, I guess that would be called. And hair? I don't know. I'm not a hair person. As you can see, I don't have any. Kid. I understand that. I've got an 8-year-old daughter. Keeps me busy. I try to play games when I can. I am trying to stream more games. We were talking about it earlier. I get sort of lost streaming games, Lunchtime for me, always a pleasure. Rob, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Take care. Have a great time. 2 boys, 2 and 4, yep. Siege of Centauri. Might put it on the schedule. Right on. I've not heard of that one, Metro. It is. It's a big challenge, And the thing is for me, the most important thing in my life is my kid, honestly. And not trying to be sappy, but it is. So, I don't want to lose time with her, because I can't replace that. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those things, I want to make sure that I'm around for her. And that's what I do first. Everything else comes after. So, it's kind of the way it is for me. Superland. I saw you playing that the other day, because I was really busy at work. What is that? I've never heard of that game. They make the Star Control Origins. I played Wednesday. Okay. Sorry, I didn't get to see many streams this week, guys. I was really busy at work, and next week's probably going to be pretty busy too, so I didn't get to hang out in as many streams as normal. I tried to host and say hi where I could, but it was sort of a crazy week. So I'll see if I can stop in and check it out. Mix of Lego, Zelda, Portal, Candy Season, and wonderful puzzle game. What the? So is it a survival game? Or is it a puzzle? Or is it everything mixed? Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds crazy. I'll have to look that up. Is it on Steam? Beckett? I'll have to look that one up. Steam, yeah. I'll look it up after stream. Okay, cool. I think that's good for now. Let me check this real quick. Give me 1 second, folks. What do we got here? Got Glass over there. He's painting a picture. Maybe we'll drop a host on him. Because I am going to need to get some lunch very, very soon, folks. And I've got to run a couple errands. But let's do that. I hate to leave. Big crowd. But unfortunately, I have things to do. And I have been streaming for almost 4 hours. That's a heck of a long stream. I'll look it up, Beckett. I'll go check the link. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the hosts. Thank you for all the follows. Thanks for just being here. Thanks for the support. I really do appreciate it, guys. But unfortunately, 4 hours, that's a long stream for me. I've got some things I've got to do. I've got to get some lunch. I've got to hang out and do some things like that. Yep, got to do it. That's life. I wish I could hang out all day, but I can't. Unfortunately. That's okay, Beckett. It was great to see you either way. Thank you, everybody. Metro, I'll send you that file. I got a list of things to do, but we'll get it done. So anyways, folks, have a fantastic day. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow night because my wife and daughter are coming home tomorrow night, and we're probably going to spend family time. So depending on how tired they are, they may be exhausted. I may end up streaming tomorrow night. If not, it'll be Monday. So we'll go from there. Have a fantastic day. Be safe. Be good. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here. Bye.